Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Glass Cannon Studios here in New York City. It is week 3 of our playthrough of Chapter 1 of Ember, and it's week 3 of the Ember Kickstarter by Foundry Virtual Tabletop. Make sure you click the link in the description of this video and go support this Kickstarter, you freeloaders! No, I'm kidding. You guys are great. We are so excited. There's only one more week left of this show, but our heroes are in a bit of a pickle. Let me kick it over to the founder and creator of Foundry Virtual Tabletop. Back in the hot seat, Mr. Andrew Clayton, everybody.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy to be back. We had so much fun last 2 episodes, ready to get back to it. And yeah, amazing. We're in week 3 of the Kickstarter. Woo. It's like I'm slowly approaching something resembling Serenity, but like not. Yeah, I'm still panicking.
It's still it's
built in
panic.
now. Yeah,
it can't be good for the human body to panic for 30 consecutive days. Yeah, that has to be rough.
Yeah, there should be some sort of like health disclaimer when you're going to sign up for a Kickstarter. Yeah, no, but it's great. It's been really amazing interacting with the community and seeing all the support and, you know, talking with everyone about Ember and getting a chance to share what we've been working so hard on for so long. So if for some reason you're seeing this episode first, I'll give a quick intro, but you should definitely go back to episode 1, episode 2, and watch them in order. But Ember is an online tabletop role-playing game from us, Foundry Virtual Tabletop. It's a game that is a hybrid between the classic pen and paper games that we all know and love and the kinds of digital game experiences that you can only do in a virtual tabletop, that you can only do in a way that borrows some of the types of things from video games that we love as mechanics or as ideas that kind of bring that dynamism or bring that immersion, different types of storytelling. And so I really hope everyone's been enjoying getting a glimpse of what that looks like over the course of these episodes. And I can't wait. Can't wait to keep going. And there's more cool stuff to come. This is just chapter 1 of Ember. Ember has a massive story that would, if you were playing it in sort of long form campaign format, be, you know, a couple years to play in with a group like this. And so you would build so many memories and stories along that way. I mean, the idea of that is so exciting to us, that there'll be groups like this one, you know, playing Ember in the long term. And so, yeah, please check it out. Please show us your support. Pledge if you can, if you're really excited. If you can't, just helping us to spread the word. That is also so valuable. Thank you. And yeah, without further ado, we should get back into the action.
Let's do it, dude.
Let's do it.
Speaking of loving your system that you made so much, I was like, I was thinking yesterday, I was like, I can't remember, you know, if we did this, if we did that, like, where did we leave off? I opened up my codex.
Yeah.
And I just looked at the perfect note-taking that's in-game that says day 3. And then I read it and I was like, oh yeah, this is if my character kept a personal journal of what the traveling caravan was like. And I'm immediately caught up and I'm ready to jump back in.
And you didn't have to do any of the work of keeping the journal.
Well, I looked in my draft emails and I was like, where are my notes? Where are the notes that I keep badly in my draft emails? And I was like, oh no, it's in the game and it's really, really good notes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's a feature we really love. And, you know, it's something that can be extended, or at least will be by the time Ember's done being made. You'll be able to kind of add your own annotations and stuff as well. So yeah, it's a really cool feature.
So cool.
And not just the journal, but also the locations and biomes you've discovered, creatures you've encountered, characters you've met. It's really fun to see that kind of evolve.
That is the cool thing, is just looking back at the arts of like some of the stuff you've encountered too, which is something you can't really do in your personal notes. It's like, that's cool too. So.
Yeah, the bestiary is awesome. I love that.
Makes me want to stop every campaign I'm running and start over.
I know.
It really does. Like, to have this kind of detailed look back for your players, it's just so awesome. I'm looking at the characters tab.
Oh, yeah,
just to be able to look at, all right, here's all the major players that we met in the caravan. And by the way, every single one of them has so much going on. Like, they're not set dressing. I started talking to one of them last episode, I think it was, or maybe at the end of the first episode. It was just like, oh, so this dude's keeping secrets. He's working for like the Ember FBI. Then you have like this other remember, they're like assassins and stuff like that. We suspect they're assassins. And lovers. But we don't really know. There's just a lot of story going on. And there they all are, you know, in there that you could see the artwork. You can read a synopsis of what your interaction with them. I mean, it's awesome.
So cool.
Yeah, thank you. That's very kind. And that's definitely the reaction we hope hope folks will have. So thank you. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump back into the action.
Great.
So where we left off last time, you had ventured into a previously untouched, pristine section of wilderness called the Dripstones in the northern reaches of the Forest of Stone. And we can go over to the region map to see what that the section of the world that you explored. So coming through the ancient Shent gate, which you managed to unlock using the secrets that you discovered at the beginning of your journey from the Moonstone, you met a group of peer adventurers called the Fulgurite Blades.
Right.
A somewhat rivalrous group, you might say, that are operating under the auspices of the Anachronom, an organization of researchers and scholars and adventurers operating out of Ordain, very focused on discovery and archaeology and recovery of knowledge. All noble goals, but they are people with their own personalities, some kind, some grating, and you managed to kind of work with them a little bit, but you ended up going your separate ways. They were intent to explore this region and look for things to be discovered, and you, of course, are on your way to try and reconnect with the Stray Hearth Caravan, which you departed as volunteer scouts seeking an alternative route through the Forest of Stone. But along the way, you, after camping for the night, after repelling the threat of a local creature that you had inadvertently wandered into their home, you encountered a tremendous structure, an ancient temple built by the Shent, giants of old, in the center of a lake, this water temple of mysterious origin and purpose, and you were compelled to explore it and to investigate what this was all about. And it seems that, unbeknownst to you, the Fulgurite Blades had the same idea, because you happened to converge on this temple at roughly the same time. And within, you discovered a sight that was surprising, perilous, a water elemental drunk with power of Mayis, which at this point is full in the sky, the elemental moon of water, not a god, hashtag.
Hashtag not a god.
And this water elemental kind of drunk and suffused with power from this temple, this locus of energy, you came in and it objected to your presence as it was reveling in its own domain, and you were thrust into a fearsome battle. Now, of course, the Fulgurite Blades joined in as well, and whether they be rivals or allies, who's to say, but it's probably a good thing they were there to help, because it's a formidable encounter, and that's where we left off in the midst of it. The encounter involved weakening the protective barrier that was shielding this elemental in the center of the temple, making it immune to harm and giving it this constant flow of energy. And you managed to do that by destroying the empowering orbs that were powering this barrier. Now with the barrier down, the elemental is vulnerable, but not happy with you. And so that's where we will rejoin the encounter, and I'll go ahead and pull you over to that area now. And we are in the midst of combat. It is we'll see, it is round 4, in the middle of the round, which is when we picked back up. And so we paused right when this shield that was shielding the elemental came down, and as it turns towards you with ire in its gaze, I think we need something that's a little bit more a little bit more upbeat here to set the mood. And I hope, Jake, I hope you remembered what you were about to do in this moment over the last week.
Right. Jake has a plan.
Jake has an expertly crafted plan, I'm sure, which
Jake knows exactly what Jake's doing.
Jake leaps.
As the water elemental turns towards you with a menacing demeanor, and it prepares to unleash a powerful blast of energy in your direction. It is now your turn.
All right, now, if I remember correctly, my sword is still on the ground right in front of
That is
the
correct.
elemental. 'Cause I was using my bow to try and take out these orbs. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to keep my distance here, make it come to me, as it were, and just fire away with my bow. That's my immediate plan.
Okay.
So let's take it for a whirl. Come on, Jake.
Rough
Let me guess,
start.
does 11
start.
beat its AC?
11, I'm afraid, does not.
All right. Then I'm going to move sort of next to Flomberg just to create some space there. In fact, you know what I'll do instead is I'll fan out to the right. Really make it choose which way it wants to go, not get caught in the AoE type of situations.
Prudent. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
Superb. Rorhim, the Korak fighter and protector of the Fulgurite Blades, is looking beleaguered, surrounded by water elementals on all sides, allies separated. Rorhim is valorous, but not stupid. And so Rorhim is going to take the disengage action and move back to a position where allies are going to be better suited to help. And that would be Rorhim's entire turn. But Rorhim signals to the rest of the Fulgurites. It's clear they have some practiced coordination, and he's trying to get them to rally up, which brings us to Eminent.
Okay. Do we know, remind me, do we know if like fire would be effective against a water elemental? Would Eminent know if it would be like better or just not very effective?
I believe it was you, or it might have been Sajor, but someone used Firebolt in the last
I think it was you.
days
Was it
of
me?
the combat.
Well, I think you were just
And
breaking.
I was breaking
It-
oh yes.
It was not ineffective.
Okay.
So it's not, they're not vulnerable as far as you can tell, but it was not ineffective.
I remember because you were very kind and benevolent GM, and you were like, it did a little bit of damage to the creature inside the
Well,
orb.
it made sense. It was not pure benevolence. You made a good argument.
So I think, so taking that knowledge that she just had, that it sort of seemed to work, Eminent is going to shoot another firebolt at, can I do, yeah, it's 120 feet range.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do that at the main hydro, what are they called? Or the Temple Invader,
Temple
not that little
Invader.
hydro guys, the big
Yes.
The big one? You're going for the big.
one. I
Okay.
got to take out the big one.
All right.
All right.
In my head, if we kill it, all the other ones disappear.
But what if all the other ones kill us while we're trying to kill it?
That's the risk you have to take.
Let's see.
So you guys stink this episode.
Heck?
What are you doing?
I also rolled a total of an 11. What the heck?
It hovered for a moment. However, I think
Oh, is he going full benevolence?
no, it's not full benevolence. It's actually a tactical, a mechanical correction.
Oh.
Your attack bonus is +5, +3 from your ability, +2 from your proficiency. So that should actually be a 13. I've checked on the correct spell casting scaling modifier on your character sheet,
Oh.
which was not toggled. So
Way to go, Sydney.
no, it's okay.
Classic Sydney.
You're making everyone look like a fool.
It is a
You ruined the Kickstarter.
It's like,
Cancel it.
It is a 13 to hit.
Does that hit?
It does not. So I told you it's not benevolent, but I'm catching an error now that may.
It was actually a
may
little
work in
mean.
your-
He was like, wait.
it's.
If you add the +2,
I want you to know the exact
Still a miss.
degree to which you
Nothing.
failed.
Even if you did it correctly, it's a miss.
I imagine though it's like a Naruto Rock Lee when he takes off his like weights on his ankles, and all of a sudden he's like super powerful. So she takes off like whatever magic inhibitors, and she does the fireball, and it still doesn't.
Still doesn't
it just
quite hit.
grazes the elemental, and it looks at you.
Yeah, she's not going to move though because she kind of has the somewhat higher ground, and if it's going to bash her against the wall, she's going to get hurt no matter where she goes. So that's my turn.
All right. Over to Sajor, the leader of the Fulgurite Blades.
Yes.
a mage of some capability.
Yeah,
as
cast
you,
at a
as you
lightning bolt.
discovered
Badass.
Oh, yeah,
bolt.
that was clutch.
near the extent of her capabilities, but
Do it again. Blomberg shouts.
I don't really like you, but do it again.
it's not the worst idea, in fact. At Flomberg's urging,
Flomberg's urging.
we'll see
sentence.
here whether Sajor can manage the feat with sufficient precision. Going to cast a lightning bolt and try and see if there's a way to get a few of these creatures. I'm not sure. It's finicky. No, I think she's going to wait because the positioning is not ideal at the moment.
Okay.
So I think what Sajor is going to do instead is to use that 3rd level spell slot and turn towards Flomberg and say, "Go," and cast haste.
Oh,
awesome. Nice.
Great.
Phenomenal.
awesome.
Smart to use that on Flom.
I like this group.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I know. I'm
don't-
not a fan.
I don't think we like them.
I don't like them personally, but I like what they've done for us.
Sajor's gonna move around to get into a strategic position where she can perceive the battlefield, and that goes over to Ignatius. It is now your turn.
Okay. Ignatius is going to move. Let's see. Ignatius is going to move up to the start of this little ramp up to the invader elemental. And he's actually going to stop there and look across and seeing how hurt Flomberg is. He's going to stop there. That is the extent of his movement. I think I can do this. Tell me if I can't. But he's going to move up there. He'll turn to Flomberg and he'll just be like, I don't even know if he needs to turn to Flomberg. He'll just go around from behind me. And he puts up his shield between him and the creature. And really what he wants to do is ready in action. As Flomberg passes, he's going to lay on hands. on
Absolutely.
Flomberg.
Yeah. So the way that works, it becomes your reaction.
Okay,
That
his
you
reaction.
then take as soon as Flomberg does or does not do that.
Yeah, so if you come within 5 feet of me, I'll cast lay on hands.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
I didn't want to go that way, but that's an offer too good to refuse.
Well, you're so fast now. You can probably make
Oh, I
whatever
could-
detour you want.
Oh, yeah. What's my total? Is my total speed 50 feet now?
That's right. 50 feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I could probably do that.
Over to Khazra, the cleric and acolyte of Sigil, god of knowledge. Khazra will see Rorheim in trouble and will move in to assist, getting into base to base and unloading the best healing that she has. 2nd level Cure Wounds.
Okay. Ooh,
It's a good roll.
Good roll. Good
Nice.
roll.
Good roll.
15 points of healing to Rorheim, who looks invigorated and ready to make a fresh stand. Flomberg, you are imbued with alacritous energy. You feel as if you can get anywhere, that you can attack faster than you have before.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Blomberg starts over towards his partner Ignatius, rumbling across the battlefield with a sound. Sorry, I did a couple of these.
Oh, God, I forgot about this.
With a sound like an oversized wheelbarrow full of wakazashis and machete blades, launched by a catapult at the wall of the Chrysler Building.
Oh. That's that famous line from that musical Annie.
Right.
At the wall of the Chrysler Building.
It's an homage.
Wall of the Chrysler. All right. As you
runs up
come
to
close,
Ignatius.
he'll real quick touch you with lay on hands. It's 5 points of healing.
Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, I feel so much better. Thank you. And then he runs back across the circumference of this thing to the flanking side of the smaller temple invader thing. And then he is going to utter his famous catchphrase, "Shut up! Shut up!"
These silent, unspeaking elementals look confused.
Look confused. I didn't say anything.
And boom. Oh, come on. Natural
I mean, we are failing at the wrong time.
Ice cold
Yeah,
at a bad moment.
Why is this happening to us?
You do have a bonus hasted attack, though.
You. All right.
Come on.
I'm going to do it one more time.
Make up for it. Recover.
Oh, come on. Natural 4.
That is brutal. Do you have inspiration?
I used it
No,
last
you
time.
used it.
so, yeah.
Tough one, man.
You're unaccustomed to moving so fast.
I am.
Like it,
I'm not-
it threw you off balance.
Yeah.
Next round, though, you'll know what to do.
Definitely.
Leaf will use bonus action, cunning action to disengage, getting into a more safe position, and then we're going to do a attempt a sneak attack against this elemental.
Yeah. Oh.
Lovely.
That's not 12. It is flanked. However, and because it's flanked, that is a hit.
Oh,
yay.
-2 to its armor class makes it a hit. So the sneak attack on that.
Oh, God, I love the multi-die animated roll.
Good. And second of the multi-attacks from Leaf.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
That is another hit.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Not a sneak attack, of course. That's just one.
minimum.
Minimum damage, but it all counts. Yeah. So Leaf has joined the fray. That brings us to the visitors, of which there are several.
Oh, boy, this is going to be rough.
Yeah, they swarm in to join the fray, surrounding. Well, for the most part, it's the Fulgurites. However, this one over here, which does not have quick access to combat, is going to use its flicker and flash ability as it disappears into the water and reappears in the water opposite Ignatius.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Look
Comes
at
up
that ability.
onto them.
He goes,
It just sort of
Startled me.
rapidly enters the water and disappears from view before like reemerging out of the pool on the far side. So the one closest to you, Ignatius, that's just reappeared from the pool, it is going to make a strike attack against you.
Is it watery? Is the strike watery?
It is a watery strike,
Oh, it's a wet
but it misses.
Yeah.
How do you defend against this attack? You had your
He
shield
had the
ready.
shields out, yeah. So he came up and he got like a little bit startled and was just like, oh, no, and it just comes up. And some drips come over the edge of the shield to get into his eyes a little bit, but he's able to shake it out. No damage taken.
Excellent. They do have multi-attack.
No. No.
I maybe had you narrate
Stop
your victory
making
too
up
soon.
abilities.
I had you narrate your victory too soon. That attack against you.
That is barely a hit.
Yeah, it's barely a hit. You suffer 6 points.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh.
I'm halfway down again already.
Yeah, rough. Flumberg, the one next to you that you attacked, inelegantly, turns back towards you.
Rude.
What's I flailed at impotently? Oh, come on.
My God, these things are going to take us out.
It strikes you for
Oh, no.
Oh,
yeah, tough. 8 points of damage. You are raging.
God.
It's down to 4.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Second attack against you.
you guys have more than
Oh, wait.
7 hit
So I have
points?
resistance to... This is bludgeoning, right?
Yes, that's right.
So-
And that is automatically applied. So when I apply this damage to you, it is automatically reduced
great.
to,
Okay, cool.
to 4. Nice. And the second attack misses you.
Oh, beautiful. Great. Okay. I'm sorry. He took 4 damage.
You took 4 damage.
I thought you were saying down to 4, like he has
Oh,
4
I-
damage
no,
left.
no,
I was
no.
like,
The damage roll was 8.
quit.
Damage roll was 8. He took 4.
I thought that's what you meant to.
Now there are 3 visitors that are surrounding Rorheim. So the fellow Korak is assailed on multiple sides.
Natty 19.
Oh, man.
So there's 6 attacks coming Rorheim's
He's
way.
going to die. He's going to die,
All right.
and I'm going to lose my flanking bonus.
Okay,
what's
it's some
worse.
low rolls.
All right.
I don't know if these
Hit, miss,
Miss.
miss.
and hit.
Oh.
So 3 of
3
each.
hits.
You're
3
definitely
damage
going
rolls. We've got
Ooh.
5.
Okay.
Yep, 4. Not the worst.
9.
Ooh.
And then max damage.
Yeah. All right. Rorheim staggers.
falls into the gears and gets chopped.
He gets shredded to pieces.
Wow.
He does. He falls not into the gears, but he falls to the ground.
Oh, no.
Unconscious.
Oh no.
Surrounded by those.
Surrounded by those elementals as he is assailed on all sides.
This is bad. It's a primary damage dealer.
I know.
All right, the invader.
He's 2 levels higher than us.
The invader is going to see if tidal wave is available.
Oh no, please.
Why are you looking at Jake?
It's not.
Oh, thank God.
Why are you looking at Don't look at my
Did you
face.
turn it to face Jake?
As a bonus action, the temple invader is going to flicker and flash as it flows. Well, it has to be. No, it's not going to do that. It has to be next to water in order to do that. So it's going to use its regular movement. Yes. Not particularly fast, but it does have enough to reach Ignatius.
No!
So it is going to make a strike against you.
For sure gonna die.
I am going to die.
We'll see.
Oh my God! For sure.
Yeah.
Gonna die.
Almost a crit.
Oh.
All right, 5 points of damage.
Oh.
You're still up.
Still up, 1 hit point left.
It'd be cool to play this other party.
Yeah.
At least they're all pre-made.
It is a hit.
Oh my God.
And Ignatius falls.
Two of us are dead.
Oh my gosh.
God!
Well,
I just want to swing a hammer.
the situation does look sort of dire, but we'll see. You have many rounds of friendly actions to take before it is the adversary's turn again. So, Jake, you are up.
Oh, Jake, cool. This ain't cool.
Jake, you speculated
Yes.
that you think that the presence of these visitors is perhaps linked to the invader.
Yes.
I will give you an Arcana check to see whether you believe yourself or whether that is a platitude that you are merely offering.
I will take that check. And I will roll a natural 1. So I'm convinced that
You're
I'm correct.
convinced. Yeah, you're convinced you're correct.
Never been more certain of anything in my life.
Jake Bull is
Take out the master.
so smart.
Turn your back on the visitors.
I don't need
Give them your flank.
I don't need school to know that this thing, if I destroy it, they all will fall. My friends will be immediately resurrected. Yes. Sense it.
And I will reign forever in Moon Valhalla.
I have to. You're right there. I could try and help you, but I have to attack this thing.
Okay.
That's the only way that I can really help you. So I'm just going to do my single bow attack one more time with this pathetic short bow. Here we go.
Why don't you just go get your sword?
Because I have to jump over the gears, grab the sword. It would be good for damage. But you know what? I'm going to attack with a short bow. Then I'm going to try this death-defying move to get over there to get my other weapon now that it's moved
That'd be pretty
from its
cool.
pedestal. And that may mean I fall into the gears. But let's see. Here's just a straight-up attack.
Okay,
Yes.
there we go.
That
Oh,
is
nice.
24 to hit. Let's
Absolutely.
giddy up and go. Now, I don't get sneak attack with my bow, right?
You would if Ignatius were conscious.
Why don't you stay up?
God.
You tried.
You know, and I'm
threatening it.
mad at myself because I forgot about extreme metabolism.
All right, here's some damage. How about minimum damage? Minimum damage.
Something. It is something.
4 points of damage. Now, action economy wise, would I be able to do some sort of acrobatics over these gears, or is that considered another action if it's part of my movement?
It would be part of your movement, unless what you're attempting
I want
to
to
do
jump,
is
basically. I want to use the jump action.
Yeah, you don't need to take an action to jump.
Okay.
You have a jump distance that's based on your strength score, and are you? It's if
My
you're-
-1 to strength?
Well, yes, but
Oh.
you're kind of what is the jump that you're trying to make? You're trying to get onto the central platform.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it on the central
Okay,
platform.
that is going to be difficult because the central platform is not just horizontally across,
30
but it
feet
is
up.
up. It is upraised 10 feet.
I think,
It's upraised, so
I think you should do it.
you could try and you could try and jump across, but what you would be doing is you'd be kind of grabbing onto the lip of the platform with your hands, and then pulling yourself up. So that would involve an acrobatics check.
Do you remember when you wanted to go down
The
to the
stakes
gears?
could be high
did.
if you fail this. So
I didn't understand the gears would kill me. All right, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go around. I have 30 feet of movement, so I'm just going to start making my way to the south to take the sort of long way. So
At
that's
a nice leisurely pace.
20 and another 10 there. So I'm pretty close.
I liked the drama of what you were considering doing, but
Since everybody else is dead, I might as well try it. I'm going to play Sejor. I call Sejor. Yeah, that's Jake's turn.
I'm rooting for y'all to pull it through, but you're gonna have to. You're
I feel
gonna
so
have
bad
to.
for your disappointment you're about to feel.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I pity you.
Okay, Rorheim is unconscious. However, Rorheim, as soon as Rorheim went down, you noticed a crystalline lattice, like a carapace, immediately spring into being all over the Korak's body, encasing him in a protective earthen and crystalline shell.
That's right. I forgot we could do that. I thought for a second it was Superman. I thought he threw the crystal into the ocean and the Fortress of Solitude was coming out, but this is a million times better.
At the end of Rorheim's turn, this crystalline carapace kind of melds back into his flesh, and with a grunt, he comes back to consciousness and rises to his knees.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Korak!
Wow, this is just a Korak ability?
It's a Korak
It's a
thing you wouldn't
Korak.
understand.
Yeah, it's a Korak feature.
Okay.
Oh. Is it like a toughness thing? Like he regained hit points?
Yes, based on his
Whoa.
Constitution modifier at the end of his turn.
The beautiful crystal chrysalis that forms around us when we die.
He's not going to be able to take any other action this turn, but he is back in the fight. Eminent.
All right. Oh, this is so bad. Eminent is going to run north down the stairs closer to Ignatius. Can't actually really do anything for Ignatius. I don't have any healing, but
That was a poor choice when you built the character.
I am not the party healer.
I think you are now.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah.
With that, you'll never be.
I got respec. But I am going to cast my first level spell.
Okay.
I need the big dogs. Woof woof. I'm going to cast Thunder Wave. It's a 15-foot cube, and I'm trying to catch the visitor and the guardian, like both, and not Ignatius.
Well,
You can't.
We're on that cone
tricky. I don't know.
You can't catch a cube. Both of them in a cube.
It's a cone.
It's a cone.
It is a square.
Oh, I thought it was
It
a
is a square.
cone.
You said cube.
I can't read.
But you did. You said the right word.
I can't talk.
Oh, that I understand.
Poop. I was reading cube,
Yeah.
and I was imagining cone.
Right.
Tits.
Unfortunately, yeah.
can I-
Unfortunately, it would hit Ignatius if you
Okay,
get both of them.
Can I just do it on the big?
You certainly can.
All right.
Yes.
So then let me back up a little bit because I thought I don't need to be that close.
Yeah, you don't even need to be
Yeah.
next to it.
Yeah, she's gonna go to the base of the stairs then, trying to get closer to maybe help you next round. But now I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Thunder Wave.
Thunder wave.
Wave. Consume my spell slot. Cast my spell.
Excellent. Constitution saving throw for the Temple Invader. It fails.
Awesome.
we needed that.
You can roll damage
Okay.
off of the Thunderwave card, and it is blasted away from you 10 feet.
Ah, yes, that's what I wanted.
Oh, very
nice
good.
work.
12, almost wow,
12
12.
thunder damage, and you see this like limb of water just get blasted off of the creature at the shoulder joint, and like a spray of water is flung back into the recesses of the temple. Now, the limb does kind of reform and come back, but you can tell that the elemental was staggered by this as it is blasted backwards. Now, I'll give you a little bit of control over like which exact direction.
Yeah, so would you give me a non-action Arcana check to see if it would behoove me to blast it into the water, or if it's gonna like grow stronger if I blast it into the water? Because I want to blast it off the bridge, because I think that'd be great.
Well, you certainly sense, even without a check, just using your passive arcana, that the water is certainly an element where it would be comfortable, but you don't sense that it would necessarily grow stronger in the water.
Okay.
This would be
I'm gonna blast it off the bridge then. I'm gonna knock it. Maybe it'll get hurt in the gears.
part of the advantage of that is it's a little bit further down, so it's further away from from Ignatius.
Yeah, so she opens both her arms and her ethereal limbs like grow to size and just boom! And there's like a sonic boom outward.
Is it actual electricity or is it just sonic damage?
It's
It
what
would
is
be
it?
a lightning bolt, wouldn't it, if it was electric?
But it's thunder wave.
It's a
Right.
concussive.
Isn't that sonic?
Yeah, it's like sonic. It's a thunder is the damage type, but it's sort of a concussive blast of kinetic force.
Thunderous force.
I was
yeah.
thinking because electricity and water don't mix. Like if you're in a tub,
Yeah, it's not.
Throw in
It's
a
not
toaster.
electrical. Yeah, it's
That's
not
why,
electrical. It's
yeah.
I wish I
concussive.
had an electric cantrip because I would do that next maybe, but
that'd be
I don't
great.
have that.
or a
element.
toaster.
Or
I wore a toaster.
Just throw the.
Throw in a toaster.
That's why we
wait.
stopped
Right
eating
there.
breakfast
Extension
at the bathroom.
Yeah, wait a second. I have a toaster.
You need to blast it into the water. Flamber can ready in action to drop the toaster.
We need an extension cord. It's not going to reach the
I
outlet.
have a toaster.
Does anyone see an outlet?
50-foot extension cord. Who has it in their inventory?
All right.
All right.
All right.
Well done, Eminette. Do you have any?
Oh, that looks so cool. It
have
looked
any
like it fell
further-
down.
Oh, it
It's
did.
under
it actually
everything
fell
in the
into
water.
thing.
She's going to
Wow.
free action yell out to these other party members, to Leaf or like, I don't know. I guess to Leaf or somebody, but she's like, help Ignatius! You know.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they have the ability to do that.
All right. Over to Sajor. Sajor is looking with a scowl, seeing the state of things, but options are limited.
You stumped yourself.
I've stumped myself.
Really painted yourself into a corner here,
I think Sajor is going to attempt the same Arcana check that Jake Cool did in order to try and discern what might be the secret.
Waste of time.
Why? Jake already figured it out.
Yeah.
Well, Sajor looks contemplative and gazes over at Rorheim, who's beleaguered and surrounded, but with a curse turns back towards the Temple Invader. And even though it is but a single target, Sajor is going to try and hit it with electricity while it is in the water.
Ooh,
nice.
And the lightning bolt does, in fact, at this point come out.
nice.
Forces into the Temple Invader. It's going to try and use dexterity to avoid this successfully.
Oh, no.
Successfully. So it's half damage.
All this dice.
Half of 28.
Wow.
Still
Pretty good.
a good result as the electricity crackles and ravages the invader as it's jolting and sort of in paralysis and
That's like
pain.
5 toasters.
Yeah. Sajor brought the toaster as instructed. And it's not the full amount of damage it could have been, but this invader is actually starting to look pretty severely weakened.
Okay.
Nice.
Ignatius, I need you to roll a death saving throw.
How do I do that on Foundry?
Okay, on your character sheet,
Yes.
on the left side,
Yep.
there is a little skull just below your hit
Yes.
dice, and you can pop that out and
Oh.
roll a death saving throw. Now, the little house rule that I do on this is I want you to please make it a private roll, so that you will know whether you succeeded or failed, but no one else will know
Okay.
whether you succeeded.
Oh, yeah.
We
I
won't know
hate
by my
that.
reaction.
That makes
I
sense.
hate that.
You
So
can't-
wait.
no reaction, no.
All right, so I just
poker
make it a
face.
private roll.
Yeah, just private roll.
And do I share it with you?
I will see it. Yeah,
So private GM roll?
yeah,
Is
right.
that what it's
You and I will see what you rolled, but the rest.
Do you also have like a house rule where I get advantage on it?
Because it's Joe. Do you have a
do not.
Joe house rule? Because he's
I do
bad
not.
at rolling.
I do not. Okay, buddy. Here you go.
Oh, no.
Good to know. All right, that is your turn. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
Poker face.
Kazra, seeing the state of the battlefield. Oof. All right, Kazra is going to.
Kazra!
Ignatius needs help, but so does Rorheim. This is a tough choice. All right. One of you is down, the other is merely wounded. So Healing Word is a ranged spell. You can't spell it. It's got to be only a first level slot. But Kazra will reach out across the battlefield. Let me check range. Yeah, range is good. Ignatius, you gain maximum.
Ooh.
Where was that minimum? I don't know. That was minimum.
max. Oh,
That
it
was
was minimum.
It looked like a good. It looked like a good.
I didn't know
face,
there was
but
a
it
plus
not.
3 on that.
It was not. Yeah. So, but you do come back to consciousness.
Okay.
You are prone still. You are conscious.
Okay.
Oh man.
And then Khazra can't cast a second spell, not a second leveled spell, so is going to be stuck doing a Sacred Flame. But Khazra will follow Sajor's advice and target the
Focus fire down.
fire on
Big
the
John.
invader.
Yes.
So Dexterity saving throw for the invader succeeds.
Go!
Come on.
That had to be right on the line.
That was right on the line.
Yeah.
All right. Khazra's not going to move because does not want to provoke attacks. So that's over to you, Flomberg. You are mired in a swirling melee of water and blades and blows. What would you like to do?
Okay, and Flomberg is still hasted.
We're still hasted.
And you have the flanking back.
And he's got the flanking back because his Korak brother has emerged from his chrysalis of doom. And he's going to lift high his great axe. It's like, you big walking pond! Shut up! Shut up!
Oh my God.
Come on!
That's crazy.
That is really cruel.
I had so much amazing luck last session.
Yeah.
Your rolls were on point last time.
We thought we were so confident.
All right.
It's a lot harder to lie when you see the dice.
It really is.
Come on, Flomberg.
That's
Come on, Flomberg.
Come on.
We need you.
I keep telling you. Come on! There you go!
Oh my God.
That's just cruel. The 19 to the 3.
Oh my God.
Man.
You could see it on the 19. That felt like a full 5 seconds it was on a 19.
You're going right back down.
Sajor.
Yep.
Sajor looks at Flomberg. 2 rounds into the haste spell, just whiffing left and right.
It's not me, it's the dice!
Yes. Sajor's just thinking, what have I done? I've killed us all.
I'm sorry, Skid. That is exceptionally unkind on 4 hasted attacks. I feel for you.
Really bad luck.
I
It's
fe- I
3
feel for you.
natural ones.
Do you wish to stay where you are?
Not at all, but what choice do I have?
Well, you have movement.
No, it's
Okay. All right, Leaf is thinking about what strategically to do. He's going to try and help get Roarheim out of here by trying to take down the visitor that's in between everyone. Hopefully, we'll see an attack. That's definitely a hit.
There we go.
So with the sneak attack on this,
Awesome.
it is
Nice.
it is surrounded
Kill
by
it.
foes.
Come on.
Kill
666.
Oh, that's a good.
Oh,
good
6
damage
3
roll.
6.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
17 points of damage is actually exactly what was needed. This water elemental is dispersed.
Okay.
Boom.
1 minion down.
Leaf is going to move over to try and reinforce Ignatius because it looks like the important battle is happening on this west side of the map.
Yes.
So Leaf has
Come over and help me.
30 feet of movement, and so is going to get into a flanking position with Ignatius.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right. Now it is over to the visitors.
Here we go.
And Roarheim and Khazra are going to suffer the brunt of their attacks. 2 against Khazra just now from the northmost visitor. That's a hit.
Oh my gosh.
I'm rolling painfully well.
Very,
as the
very
game-
well.
As the game master so far today.
Yeah.
Well, the second one misses, though. The 12 is a miss. So that's 6 points to Khazra. And then there's 4 attacks at Roarheim, which, despite his Korak fortitude, is going to be a challenge.
Oh, there we go.
That first one misses.
Okay.
Second
Miss.
misses.
Yep.
All right. Third attack. That's a hit. And the fourth attack
Looked like it was going to miss.
Miss.
is a miss, but 1 hit.
Yeah.
And
Ooh, minimum damage.
he still goes down.
Oh, no. 1 hit with
Still
minimum
goes
damage.
down 3 points of damage.
No.
And this time there is no there is no carapace to save him as Rohirrim with a bellow collapses back to the ground. But that's it. Well, no, there's one visitor over here. It's going to turn towards Leaf, who has come in to attack, and sensing that the rogue might be vulnerable at this point, is going to send one attack at each of you. So I'm not taking any prisoners here. The first one against Leaf is a 14, which is a hit. And the Thornling suffers.
Oh, come on, max damage again, Andrew.
Of damage.
Wow.
Brutal. Leaf is up.
Okay.
but
So wait, is
barely.
this part of Ember's design? Is that whoever GMs the game gets max damage every roll?
No, that's the if GM equals Andrew.
I see.
Yeah, you wrote the code, didn't you?
Curious.
Interesting.
I did.
One attack at all
sensing the
ignitions.
sensing the chance to press the advantage and bring a second target to its knees, the visitor is actually going to send the second attack at Leaf again.
If you kill Leaf, I'm leaving the table.
Ooh.
It's a miss. It's a miss.
Yes.
I'll stay.
You don't have to. You don't have to attack me like that, Sid.
Sorry, I just get angry.
Okay. The invader rises from the water with a flicker and flash.
Oh no, they're back.
And is going to burst over to the other far side of the room and then swarm out of the water, climbing up on top of the bridge.
No, that's where I live.
That stinks.
For now.
That stinks for me.
Yeah, that stinks big time.
All right.
Well, you're going to pick up your sword, right? You can get over there.
Actually, that's pretty good.
I don't know if I
It's
have the
going to
action.
use a spark attack.
Oh, right.
Flumberg, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Well, I can do that, I guess. What? Oh, come on.
Oh my god, guys.
All right.
My God.
Flumberg, you suffer 11
I'm
points
down.
of
I'm
damage.
down again.
This is
Brutal.
a train wreck.
Brutal. Jake.
All right. I think I'm doing the math here. I think I can move, free action, grab my sword, finish my movement, and be right next to it.
Yeah, you have
can
enough
move,
movement for that.
act,
Yep.
move in D&D. Now, the question is, would I be considered flanking if I moved to Shma, like sort of?
So unfortunately, the two Korak are both unconscious at this point.
Okay, that's what I wasn't sure.
So there is no ally with which to flank. Although if either of the Korak returns to the battle, then you would suddenly have an ally flanking. So holding your action could be an option.
Yeah, I can hold that action.
You can hold your attack.
Ready it.
And you can specify the conditions under which you would.
So I've got my bow in this hand because I don't have the action to drop the bow, but I could still attack with the sword because I used the free action.
Yeah,
to pick
absolutely.
it up. All right, so I'll do that. I'll hold because that extra damage here.
But you want to
provided I
move.
hit.
You want to move into
Flanking with
the open spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That means
This would be a flanking position if either of the Korak were. on
Okay,
their
great.
feet. So yeah, you're in a good place. Now you just need an ally to help you achieve your sneak attack opportunity.
Okay.
Rohirrim has got to make a death saving throw.
We gonna see a question mark die come rolling across here?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Rohirrim is
Good to
still
know.
unconscious.
What does good to know mean? Oh, it's good to know he's almost dead,
Yes.
or it's good to know he's surviving.
It's excellent to know. Either way, Amunet, it is over to you. The battle is on the precipice.
Would you
Yeah.
please do something?
I'm the only one who's done anything.
It's true.
But she has to do it again. She is going to run up right behind Jake Cool, her full movement. She's gonna expend her second spell slot for her first level spell. That's all I've got. And then it's back to cantrip land. So she is gonna cast.
Back to cantrip land.
We're not in cantrip anymore. I think I've made that joke before. Anyway, she is gonna cast this spell, and I'd like to catch the big invader and then the visitor closest.
Yeah. Like this template.
And try to avoid everybody I love.
Uh-huh.
All right.
It's doable.
Okay. I'm gonna hit the button now. I'm scared.
Okay. The invader and the visitor are going to take Constitution saving throws.
Come on. Which one's which, though? Oh, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
They both succeed.
They both succeed by a mile. Wow.
So is it half damage and they don't get pushed?
Half damage
Okay.
and is not pushed.
Okay.
So it's still going to be some damage.
I really wanted to push them. All right. Damage, and I roll normal
You
damage.
just
and they
roll
go
it,
half
and then the half is on my end.
Okay. Oh,
Okay. 8 down to 4.
that sucks.
Man,
This is
That was my
Struggle.
last.
It still counts.
Well, I know. I'm
Still
just-
counts.
And then she just free action again yells out like, "I need some backup over here!"
Yeah.
And she's very scared.
Little chunks of water are blasted off both elementals. The invader is in the fight, and this is a tense moment, but you have a chance here. The invader is looking beleaguered. Sajor is out of lightning bolt, and is going to think curses to herself and says, "What to do?" And will.
I mean, she could win this right now.
Yeah.
She's going to go for the guaranteed thing, which is
away.
a magic
She's
missile
out.
at second level.
oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
No need to roll.
That's
And
what
then
we-
once
Just
it's dead,
damage.
everybody rises.
So, and then there's another damage roll, because there's 4 total. So
Wow.
15
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
points of damage to the elemental force damage, and it does not fall, but
Wow.
that was some crucial damage. Sajor curses and looks over at Rorheim with obvious concern in her eyes. Ignatius, you are prone but conscious.
Oh, prone! I forgot. It ruins everything. God. So it's half your movement.
We have an enemy right by you too, right?
However, if you
Yeah, but that enemy is meaningless.
Okay.
if you
I could do max damage and not do anything.
if you use your metabolism, you get extra movement speed.
I know, but it's going to be not enough.
It might
All right, so
'Cause you would
it's
need-
going to be 15 feet to get up. I got 15 feet left, so I'll have 25 feet.
be. Yeah, you'd have 25 feet.
Right.
Measured out. Looks to me like you can get in there.
30 feet. Oh, wait. That spot is standable and
I think you can
attackable.
stand to the left of Jake.
Okay. Then I'm going to extreme metabolism. These like fiery shoots come out of
Hey.
the breaks in his skin. And
There we go.
he puts the shield down on the ground, gets up, and just starts running away. This will provoke.
It does.
But I don't care. Because I am effectively dodging as well, right?
are
So he
dodging.
would take disadvantage,
disadvantage.
on this attack. So I am going to move up next
Here's
to...
where I roll the double 20s.
Yeah, do not roll double 20s. I need one like under 14.
All right.
I need one of them under 14.
The visitor turns and it lashes out at you as you retreat
Come on!
with disadvantage.
Ignatius!
Natural one.
Natural one!
Natural
and a natural
one.
18. Huge!
Oh wow.
Huge! Okay, so
You
he
escape unscathed.
escapes unscathed, runs up there, is
Now you
under
better
the effects of
scathe
dodge.
this elemental.
Now I'm going to scathe this elemental.
Yeah.
All right.
It is not flanked, but you are in a good position to strike.
Okay, great. Then I will strike. Here we go. Here we go. Normal. Ugh. 14. Oh, wait. Idiot. The whole point was to wait until the other guys were up. Whatever.
I'm afraid a 14 just misses.
So irritated. I was thinking that whole time I needed to ready the action, just like Jake
You
did.
do have inspiration.
Oh, I'll use inspiration 100% because I'm going to die anyway. So I will use my inspiration. So I'll click that off. And then I will attempt again.
Your inspiration that you earned by partying all night last night.
Yeah.
Oh
right.
yes. Our
Yes.
revelry.
Yeah, he can just like taste ale tonight if we just kill this thing. He's like, we gotta do this.
can use it to make ale.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go. Come on. This time.
Oh,
natural
God,
2.
again.
Dude, we can't do anything.
Hovering on a natural 18.
And on a 20. It was like also almost on the 20.
I do feel like the game is conspiring against you at the moment.
For real?
Yeah, what the hell?
Yes.
My goodness.
Sometimes
Can
it
you check
goes
the
this way.
parameters?
I better do that when we go to break. Anything else on your turn, Ignatius?
No, sorry. That was enough.
You're trying so
yeah.
hard.
Yes, that was a valiant effort, and it goes over to Kazra, who has a chance to save one, but not both, of the Korak. Unfortunately, Flumberg, Rorhim is Kazra's companion,
I don't think that's true.
and so
I don't think that's
cure
Maybe
wounds.
she can't tell us apart, and she mistakenly
Oh my
revives me.
Switcheroo.
She can tell you apart.
Oh.
And she
that
channels.
looks like a cracked die.
She channels 14 points of healing into Rorhim, who roars to life.
That's actually a good thing.
And she will step into the breach, engaging the invader. Jake,
Which would now
you're up.
mean Jake can act.
Sneak attack, John. Come on.
So I get this with advantage, right?
Not advantage, but
I just get
it is
my
flanked.
sneak attack.
It lowers its AC.
It lowers the AC.
Right. And
Come
if
on.
I hit, I can do my sneak
And if
attack.
Yes.
you hit,
DiMaggio. Let's go, Jake. Come on,
Jake
man.
needs to save us right here. Jake needs to.
Oh, my God.
Natural 4.
For a total of 9.
Wow.
I waited so long for nothing.
Yeah, I think Andrew looks more sad than we do.
I'm devastated for y'all. Like, if I were in one of your chairs right now, I would be like, this cannot be happening. This is,
I mean, that
terrible.
is just brutal.
the dice sometimes go this way.
Yes, they do.
But yeah, this is cruel. Kazra does have an action left, and with a cry of intense resistance to what is happening, will hurl a sacred flame right into the face.
Yes.
Oh wait,
Yes.
no. I'm sorry. She did an action spell. She did the cure wounds, not healing words. So no, I can't do that. So bonus action. Nope, that's it. Flumberg, I need you to make a death saving throw, please.
Okay.
On your character sheet, on the left side, click the little skull icon.
Come on, Flummy.
Come on.
Do it as
Come
a
on,
private roll, please.
Okay. I'll do that.
Look at his face when he rolls it. Look right at his eyeballs.
I almost looked at the screen. Why am I cheating?
He's just look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't look happy.
All right.
Oh, he looks scared.
Blomberg's dead.
Plumber's dead.
They live forever in our hearts.
Leaf will use a cunning action to disengage, seeing that the position of the invader has changed. Running over next to Flomberg, is going to plunge with a cry of resistance, the short sword down at the elemental. It misses, but Leaf does have a second attack.
Come on, Leaf.
Cheaty NPC.
Oh,
It hits
Oh,
because the creature is flanked between Jake and Kazra.
oh.
So a 14, the -2 to armor class, a 14 is a hit.
needed to wait
Azrax
for that
back
flank.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, the flanking makes a big difference. The blade comes down.
Oh, huge.
Oh,
Huge
wow.
That's it.
damage. 16 points of damage, and the elemental starts to break apart.
Yes.
Come on, fully break apart.
Yes.
Jake, you and Ignatius are in position to help seal the deal here. Narratively, how would you assist Leaf in dispatching this terrible foe? Eminet, you're in position as well.
I mean, I have not hit in 3 rounds, so narratively, it's all a lie.
This is your moment
I
where
help
you
in
do
any
hit.
way.
You do
just-
hit. No dice rolls required.
Right.
This creature is going down at this point. You can join in its dispatching.
Mayis, guide my hand. He sees that Leaf is, setting it up for the killing blow, and just uses every. Maybe he throws his short bow so he can fully two-hand
Fully commit.
short sword, which has no mechanical benefit other than to look cool, and just gives it his all, throwing his whole body forward so that if he misses, he will fall forward into the gears, thereby giving his life. But he strikes true with Mayis' hand guiding him. Mayis' gentle hand,
Thou shalt have no god before me.
painted fingernails.
And Amunet's ethereal arms push Jake
into the gear.
into the gate.
Into the gears.
And Ignatius, I think his extreme metabolism is still going.
Yeah.
He wanted the creature to attack him because he has the benefits of dodge, and it would be very hard for the creature to hit him because he's moving so quickly. So I think almost like Flomberg, for the first time, you really see Ignatius like something else comes out of him. He's had kind of a good-natured vibe about him. He's kind of like old guy, excited to be on an adventure kind of thing. But something changes and an anger wells within him, and these flames just like come out of the creases in his skin, and this fire like bursts forth, and he's just like, "Come and hit me!" And like the thing like just like turns to look at him for a second, and then Leaf puts in the killing blow.
I love it.
Nice.
The invader just disintegrates into rivulets of water that flow into the pool. And as it does, you see the other visitors that are sort of slowly starting to discorporeate as they melt into just puddles that kind of join the rest of the water.
Yes.
And as the visitor is dispatched, so too the visitors, as the invader is dispatched, so too the visitors go. And a moment later, a blessed, relieving silence comes over the temple, and you are left with nothing but your thoughts and the sound of the grinding gears and machinery of this ancient place. Kazra swiftly comes to administer aid to Rorheim.
And I'll run up to Flomberg.
To Flomberg, because Rorheim was actually already revived.
Get your filthy hands off of him.
Okay.
No, I'm just
Kazra's happy to leave it to you if you've got anything left.
Yeah, he has, I believe, one lay on hands left today. So he'll run up to Flomberg, pray over him, and give you the power of the... Oh, man, I forget. I'm sorry. This is such good stuff. What is the name of his... I don't want to forget it. The power of the Lumek Flame Guard.
Yeah, Lume or Neor.
Lume, but like, because she empowers the Flame Guard, right? The warriors that stand at the battle lines with the undead and heals you for 5 points, bringing Flomberg back. And that is his last lay on hands for the day. And he lays down and goes to sleep immediately on the ground next to Flomberg. Yeah, because that extreme metabolism, he's got that twice a day. Both of those were used. He must just be completely exhausted after this. So cool.
You have a moment to tend to your wounds and to recover your strength. You gaze about the temple, and with the elemental in the center of the temple now dispatched, you do notice... You do notice something. Rising out of the center of the platform.
Whoa.
Jinn?
Is that a giant?
Yeah, indeed.
Oh.
Rising out of the center of the platform is a large, semi-decorative pillar that tapers up to a bowl that once held something, perhaps a crystal ball or similar, but now holds a pool of gleaming water, created by the once occupying elemental. Surrounding this receptacle are over a dozen stone dials, which allow the machine to be manipulated. However, with the machinery disabled and the elemental defeated, the machine is inert. It seems that the central column had spaces for several pieces of stone, crystal, metal to be slotted into it, but somehow manipulating the way that the machine functions, but many of these slots are now empty. Suddenly, though, something else immediately occupies your attention as a glimmering, flickering form springs to life in the center of the arena. In the aftermath of the battle, a ghostly projection appears in the center of the temple.
Get that arm.
The presence of it immediately draws the attention of you and the Fulgurite Blades, drawing cries of shock and excitement.
Oh, cool.
Come on.
That is amazing.
Oh my God.
In absolute disbelief, Kazra speaks first and gasps. A Shent. This massive figure looms over you, even as he sits on the stone with his legs crossed. He is serene, calm, intangible, partially translucent and seemingly constructed out of energy itself. Strands of light and shadow evaporate off him constantly. He appears faintly like a Kivar, but much larger, with heavy brows, long limbs, and a muscular frame. The clothing he wears matches no style that you recognize. The apparition gazes about the temple, seemingly taking notice of what is happening, and you sense that it is aware of you.
Eminette goes on a knee and like bows her head.
Ignatius scrambles up, kind of in fear, and steps back and has his shield raised.
Eminette
It's just
slaps Jake Cool also to go on a knee.
It's like
This oaf doesn't understand.
Flomberg gently picks his great axe up off the ground as he rises, and then he hefts it over his head and charges at the apparition. Ghost!
Flomberg!
Excellent.
No,
he doesn't actually
Flomberg,
do
no!
Does actually do that.
As you turn towards it, maybe the thought crosses your mind.
I
or
do think about it.
You begin to move, but the Shent image begins to speak in a tongue that makes no sense to your ears. Stranger still, the sound seems to come from all directions at once. Eventually, the words transform into ones that you do recognize. The sensation akin to slowly remembering something that someone once told you. Finally, the words make sense. Please, I implore you, do what we failed to do and heed me now. Who are you?
Speaks.
It is kind of eerie. I'll lower my shield, seeing as this thing does not seem intent to attack us.
It hasn't moved its hands from a sort of calm, meditative posture. It studies you as if it means you no harm, nor could it do you any harm, nor you it.
All right, Ignatius will slowly make his way toward it, his shield down at his side. He'll say, I am Ignatius of the Frostforge. We were traveling through these lands, did not know of this place. It seemed to be invaded by these things, these elementals.
I know not Frostforge, but you are not of us. You are not Shent. You should not be here.
You're not wrong. We were merely trying to find a new path through the wild and came across this tower. We mean no disrespect. If you wish it, we will be on our way.
Well, my name is
Eminette, please.
Eminette
Stop it.
Sophia. I'm trying to remember my accent. It's Irish, okay? I was doing a bit of Scottish earlier. I'm Eminette Sophia, and we were able to open your door. We solved your message, your riddle?
This place was sealed. It is not that you trespass, Ignatius. I am merely concerned for your safety in this place.
So am I.
I died.
Yeah, he died. I died too.
Pretty sure I died.
That's Flomberg. He's very strong.
I'm Flomberg. I'm very strong, very stoic, and yet I was killed twice.
My name's Jake, and we do feel as if we were called here to cleanse this place. Though we nearly died, cleansing is done. You're welcome.
No small feat for small ones such as yourselves.
We, of course, had the aid of our friends, our new friends.
Well,
Competitors.
Sejor looks fascinated. But you also, as you gaze back, see that Sejor is not only taking in the presence of the Shent, but also looking around the temple appraisingly.
Yeah.
she better keep her hands to herself.
Ignatius is going to call her up. What is it again?
Sejor.
Sejor. I keep wanting to say sojourn. Sejor. He says, Sejor, please, come up with me. Up here. He wants her to be part of this
She approaches.
Yeah, he wants her to get sort of wrapped up in the majesty of this thing right here, rather than appraising the place for what she could take back to her museum. This is Sajor. She saved us, her and her party. They were instrumental in cleansing the temple.
They also weren't supposed to be here.
Oh, neither are we, Eminent.
And she's like giving Ignatius a look like, stop defending her.
Sajor looks and says, "Thank you for your words. You did all right. At least we survived. But this is something I had not expected. Tell us, apparition, who are you?" The Shent figure looks at you all and flickers to motion once again and says, "I am Miroth, seer of my people. Once. I cannot maintain this projection for long. I must be quick. Heed me now. You must do what we failed to do when we sealed this place. To the south of here is a site where an abyssal creature, the Whisperer, lies weak and vulnerable, but surviving, malevolent, incubating, waiting. None have come to this place for..." And you see the apparition thinking for a moment, and then it says, 2,732 years.
Wow.
Before you leave this region, please, go there and put an end to it. Ember's future safety hangs in the balance, especially now that the door is open. And Miroth looks at you, Aminette.
Gulp. Her ethereal limb.
An ethereal limb pulls the call.
Did I do that?
Do this task, and I will reward you.
Where are you right now?
Sir, where are all the Shent?
Miroth looks towards you, Jake, and says, I am in many places. My arcane network survives. I have, you might call them observation posts, all around these mountains. I am keeping an eye on things.
Are you alive?
Do you have a body somewhere?
Miroth thinks for a moment and says, there is no simple answer to this. You would not understand.
But are the Shent alive, sir? Like, here, any of you?
No. We fell.
You're all gone.
There are some far away in the mountains. Not here.
They got out. But your technology allowed you to remain in some way.
A spectator.
Was it this abyssal creature? Is that what felled your people?
It and others. Many we slew. Many killed us. This one, the Whisperer. It survived. It should have died, but it lingered.
So...
Well, if it destroyed your people, what could we do?
What chance do we have?
We're only first level.
And we're small.
Yes.
I can give you only the knowledge that it is weak. It was felled with a mortal blow, and yet some measure of it clung on, refusing to die, refusing to be evicted from Ember. It is to the south. It writhes in its grave. If you defeated this elemental here, perhaps
coup de grace.
Stand a chance. I do not casually send you to your deaths, but if this region is now open, the abyssal creature escapes where it is entombed, many more will die.
We are honor bound.
So
Must.
your message then, it wasn't about keeping the Shent people in. It was about locking in these creatures.
Correct.
Oh.
Some of our warriors and sages remained behind, sealed themselves within to take the fight to the enemy.
It's unfortunate. I thought we would find more of you. Information.
We are trying to get back to our people. We don't have a lot of time for these side quests.
What of the caravan? I mean, we have
To go south anyway.
a duty to our employers.
How long will this fight take? No.
Well, you heard what he said, Jake Cool. Entire region could be destroyed. The caravan can wait
Yes, I do feel
a few more hours.
We'll have to message Agraband and tell him next time we
Yes.
rest. You have the stone still, right? You didn't drop it in the water.
I do, and
Check your pockets.
we will
No,
need to
we have-
camp soon, and I will communicate with them.
killing an ancient evil, and then we'll be there.
Sir,
Ancient
So
almost
real
killing.
quick,
sir, one more question.
killing an ancient demon that destroyed an entire race of giants. Just got to knock that out real quick.
Be there by dinner.
To be clear,
Count on
The
a late
stew
lunch.
warm. Yeah, sorry.
I don't know whether you verbalize this concern or not.
We're talking about all of this out loud.
Yeah.
No, I would say what.
Jake sort of whispered that. Like,
Yeah, and I would say that he acknowledges concern that we need to get back to our caravan, and Ignatius is saying, no, we have to go and do this, no matter how long it takes.
Miroth says, take heart. This creature was not singularly responsible, but one of many.
So there's more?
There is only one that
One
survived.
left. One survivor, but it was dealt a mortal wound, he said.
It should have been.
One more question then. We need to get to find a path through the south. Is there another door? They mentioned another door, but
Excellent question.
Door number 2.
door number 2.
There is a southern door, in darkness and light gleaming in the shadow to the south.
Is that a riddle? Should I write it down? I'm writing it down.
I will tell you of it.
Oh.
But I will only give you the means to open it if the Whisperer is slain. Otherwise, I dare not endanger
Really
those
giving
outside.
us an ultimatum.
That is very wise.
All right, really holding us over the barrel.
Yeah. Raking us
Now
over.
we have no choice. I mean, we have to do this thing, or else we can't.
We can't
do
even
it.
walk down there and see. We have to do it.
All right, we'll kill your destroyer. Then we'll return to get the information we need.
Very clever quest design.
I, for one, do not submit to blackmail. Technically, this isn't really blackmail, so I'll do whatever you want.
The giant then pulls out pictures of Flomberg sleeping with a mistress. How'd you get those?
Slides.
Context.
Cuddling in the crystal carapace.
There's a
Scandalous.
note somewhere.
somewhere. Good callback.
Speaking of callbacks, I was looking in the notes, and what Clipper read, Clipper, who is the other signborn in our caravan, read that passage that she was able to read because she's higher level and has comprehend languages, which I don't have yet. But she said, Mayis will watch over them as they deliver the Whisperer's End. So we didn't know what that was.
Good call.
And now we know.
They're delivering the Whisperers and
Inspiration point.
Granted.
Thanks,
Nice.
Skid. Thanks,
Good job,
Andrew.
Skid. And
love
so,
taking notes.
all right, well, hold on. We're not done here. Ignatius turns to Sajor,
Jake's already left.
and it's just like, he's like, Jay Cool is already on the way.
What?
Are you?
I heard my leg.
Thought we were leaving.
You're going to join us, aren't you? to finish this thing.
As Sajor is deliberating, Miroth's projection wavers once again and says, I cannot remain. I will find you if you are close. But for now, you must heed my words. Destroy the Whisperer. It writhes to the south. Do this, and Ember will thank you. And with that, the projection of Miroth vanishes.
Just one more.
We'll see.
Left in the middle of the chamber is the pedestal with the control mechanism and the glowing azure orb at the center of it. An azure orb that Sajor's gaze is now fixated upon.
Oh.
Amunet has already walked up. She knows. She was looking at Sajor. She does not trust these Fulgurite Blades.
I think they are here for pure purposes.
Well, Amunet walks down, and you just see her standing with her back to the orb, looking at Sajor. So, will you join us? Or do you have other plans?
She's joining us, of course. Tell her, Sajor.
Sajor says, we are here for an archaeological expedition. We're here to record history and discoveries, not to do battle with abyssals.
Well, surely you could find incredible knowledge in this grave that this thing lies in. Perhaps artifacts of great value to your museum.
He mentioned Shent warriors. I'm sure there will be records.
I will confer with my allies. We need some time to rest and to catalog what is to be found here. This is a troubling message, but who knows whether it is credible? How could such a creature have any awareness of what is happening after thousands of years? I don't know. I think we must confer.
I understand.
So you'll be going back to the north then, where your camp is.
Well, after we catalog the findings here at this temple,
What do you mean by catalog?
well, this is an archaeological find of renown. Look at it. It is a magnificent structure. And look at the history here, the inscriptions, the device, control mechanism.
Yes, an incredible thing to study. And something that should be left as is, not pulled apart piece by piece and returned to Ordain.
You seem to think that the Anachronim are clumsy oafs that would do damage to historical artifacts. We are, of anyone, the foremost experts in studying these things. You would stand in the way of broadening our knowledge of the ancient Shent? You agreed that any finds that we had in this place would belong to us when we entered the door.
That is true, and you're right, I don't know all about this archaeology thing. So, I understand. I just find the construction of this place to be remarkable, and I'd rather not see it broken down. That's all. That's all.
Khazra seems to agree with you. The Kivar is just gazing around with starstruck wonder in her eyes, taking in the whole scene.
I'm thinking of, my God, my memory is so bad.
The mummy.
What is the, what are the like churches that are up in North Manhattan?
The cloisters?
The cloisters.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking of like the cloisters where they like broke down like European churches and like had them rebuilt
them.
over here so that we could have them.
It's so funny.
You know what I mean? So it is a little
Physical appropriation.
right, exactly. Like,
architectural appropriation.
are they going to architecturally, appropriate this in Ordain? Anyway,
Yeah.
but it's
Jake will
not.
come back.
Yeah.
It's not
Hey.
really his primary. Sorry, Jay. Cool. We're on our way.
What's going on?
Nothing.
They're not in?
They're not in.
That is all right.
And here they're not in, and he just looks at Sajor with like the disappointment, of like a grumpy old father.
This isn't quite. It's a little bit of a clumsy use of the skill, so I realize you're not trying to intimidate, but I want you to roll an intimidation check for me to see whether you're kind of disappointed, scathing gaze lands deeply.
Okay. Will do. Apologies. Intimidate. Here we go. Well, right down the middle there. That's going to be, you got 14.
Yeah, it's Sajor looks a little bit rebuked, but as if maybe she doesn't care that much about what you think.
About the safety of the entire world, remember?
Well, just because I have this ability that I don't know when I would otherwise use, I think Jake would be like, it's fine. This is a journey for heroes anyway. And I'll do an intimidation check, but using my arcane countenance. So his mask changes into that of a monster, basically.
Oh.
Like, we don't need, this is a job for heroes.
Come on.
So I'll get advantage on this.
Oh, cool.
A
Intimidation.
menacing visage.
Yeah.
Great.
Come on.
Oh, nat 20! Natural 20, which is a total of 19.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Okay. With that, Sajor takes a step back and says, perhaps you're right. We are not a heroic company, though. She looks kind of questioningly at her allies, as if to seek support that they don't wish to throw their lives towards something that could be the end of them. Sajor says, we're here for study and for history, and yes, for coin. We would be well rewarded by the Anachronim if we bring back finds of value. I didn't come here to die.
Jake's face will change, and he'll walk towards Sajor and place a hand on her shoulder and say, I left academia long ago.
When I dropped out in middle school. Academia.
Though I left academia long ago, I have learned that knowledge can be gained through experience. Come with us and learn of the School of Hard Knocks.
It's true that this story has never really been told in Ordain. What these creatures are like up close, what they're capable of, and even the tale of destroying one could be very, very interesting, I think, to the Anachronim. Yeah, but it is, after all, your choice. You confer with your colleagues, and we will also find some rest.
Possibly
Yes,
enough.
tomorrow,
You
head south.
listen. We've all been afforded an opportunity to come this close. Real living history. Touch it, and then kill it. How can you deny such an opportunity?
This close to real living history, and then kill it.
Sajor says, speaking of history, and looks at you, Aminet, do you see this? And she gestures to the control mechanism at the center, the circular orb that is at the center of this device, and says, that's a planisphere.
I don't know what that is, but I assume Amunet does.
Roll a history check.
Oh, man.
You might not.
Okay. Let's see. +3? There's not that
Sajor
bad.
says this with the kind of confidence as if like you should certainly know what she's talking about, but you don't. And you're not sure whether you should or not. But she says, it's a lunar device meant for tracking the stars and the moons, but this one is special, obviously, because it's ancient and Shent, but it looks like it is attuned to Mayis specifically. This is a worthy prize, something worthy of study. Will you help me? Help me remove it?
No. You may care about your competition enough to destroy something like this. You could go back with the knowledge of the Shent. you could go back with your stories and you would still win. You would get in. You don't need to pry this out and take it with you. Clearly, it's also used to help keep this land safe.
I rip it out while they're talking.
Berg!
While they're talking.
Amazing. No check is needed, but I will place the Shent planisphere in your inventory.
Awesome.
And Amunet goes, well, all right. Well, I really didn't want you to have it specifically, but I guess it's okay if we keep our eyes on it for now.
Sador says, but now, wait a minute. These artifacts, this is an Anachronim expedition. They belong to us.
I disagree. Who here is attuned to Mayis? Oh, just me? She says we can have it.
Oh, did you hear that? She said that we could have it, so.
Yep. So,
Can we come to some sort of an agreement? We fear, if I'm honest, that you wish to take this back. And yes, for your positive use of study, of course, but also
every other weekend.
You know you will get rewarded. You know you will get rewarded, and you know you will be given your prize. Perhaps as an insurance policy, we take this until this creature is defeated. And then once this land is safe, we can bring it to the Anachronim together. Share the credit and ensure that it is enshrined in a place where it can be studied and kept safe from bandits that may roam the countryside here. Amunet, I don't think we should leave it here either.
No, I agree. I was thinking, and since the doors are open now, it's sort of free game for anyone to come in. So, it's better in our hands than anyone else's, but I think Ignatius is right. A little insurance policy to make sure you keep up your end of the deal.
One of the two of you should roll me, please, a diplomacy check. With advantage, because you are reinforcing your... persuasion check. With advantage, because you are reinforcing each other's arguments.
What do you have?
I have a +2.
Me too. Do you want to just roll?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll let Joe roll.
Dude, I got this. You
We're
can.
all rolling bad. I don't think it
Advantage.
matters.
How could it possibly fail?
Hey, all right. Yeah.
17.
Okay.
See?
Sador says, well, it does seem like we're sort of in this together now. Not the way I had intended for things to go. But it's been interesting working with you so far, and you've not been a total headache. Let's rest on it. We'll study what there is to be learned here, recover from our wounds, and I will make a decision with my companions. You will camp nearby?
Yes, we will. And at dawn we head south, so make your decision quickly. Good night. I said good night!
Amunet also, she starts to walk away with Ignatius and
Flomberg, you carry that thing. You can have that thing.
Yeah.
It's like carry it.
yeah, you keep it.
Hold on to it.
I bow and I drop it. Just, oh.
Oh,
Into the water, floats down the gears, gets lost in the gears. The entire tower begins to collapse.
Sajor watches you go with a wistful gaze.
Amunet wants to say to Sador, though. She walks back a little bit. Hey. Thank you for your help. You didn't have to, and you did.
Well, I just hope it works out. We'll speak soon.
Yeah, we will.
Weird that they're
Sleep
just camping,
tight.
camping like slightly far.
Yeah.
Like rival tents.
Sitting in your tent, just watching the
Wonder
other
what they're
tent.
eating over there.
They look happy.
I don't think they're having any fun.
They look a little too happy. Be louder. Be louder.
They look mad that we have the cool orb.
All right.
Quick, everyone laugh. Yeah, everyone laugh.
Laugh like I just said a funny joke.
Ah, this mutton is delicious.
intentional revelry. Or,
Yes.
Well, okay. For completing the encounter at the Lunar Temple, for surviving the elemental, for meeting Neroth, and for engaging with this ancient Shent apparition, you have gained another milestone point, advancing you to level 2.
Hey!
Level
Which you
up.
can gain once you take
amazing.
your rest.
Oh my god.
And this event...
we don't gain it until we fully rest.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Ah.
I go to sleep.
The level up process is over the long rest, but you are completed with this event. You can either remain on the island where the Lunar Temple is, or you can go find a place to camp nearby, whichever you prefer.
Where'd they go?
They're staying at the temple
We go.
to study the reliefs and the...
Yeah.
We should go 1 hex southwest.
South.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Or do you want to
Yeah.
stay at the temple?
I don't
Well,
think
I also
Do you
think
want to just flavor-wise be on the other side of the temple from them and not actually travel a
Yeah,
mile?
you can remain in the same hex. That's also...
I think we
Let's
should.
get down to the
I am
beach.
banged up. We have no healing. I have 4 hit points left.
Yeah, we
I don't
could
think we
run
should
into
start
some-
walking through the wild.
yeah.
we will
We'll
rest
camp
here.
nearby the tower. It
All right.
feels like a safe space.
Also, the water running, it feels kind of peaceful.
Yeah, be nice.
And as you prepare your camp to recover and to recuperate and to advance in power, that's where we'll go to break.
Yay!
Okay.
We'll come back in a moment for the rest of your exploration.
Awesome.
Woo.
And welcome back. We left off at the end of a climactic encounter at the Shent Water Temple, where you survived the terrible encounter with the enraged water elemental.
Barely.
Barely, yes.
Yeah.
A narrow run thing, but in so doing, you have advanced through your accomplishments to level 2.
Yeah.
Or you will do so once you complete a long rest, which it seems like you're getting ready to prepare for. And yeah, you
What if you level up and like you have insomnia? I just can't sleep. I just can't.
I'm so excited about my level.
Yeah, I'm so excited about the
can't
level.
fall
It's like,
asleep.
no, I have to wake up and like I'm elevated to a level. I can't sleep. Yeah, it's like
that has
Christmas Eve
personally
for-
happened to me.
Can attest.
In a test. Yes, and so you are making camp at the water temple, perhaps near but not too near the Fulgurite Blades, and you are able to take a little bit of time to meditate, to rest, to recuperate, to recover. And yeah, you have some time to yourself. It's still sort of mid-afternoon at this point. Also, I've added a few new entries to your codex from things
All
that
right.
Ooh.
that's characters you've met or creatures you've encountered. But yeah, the time is yours. It is mid-afternoon. It would be a little bit early to kind of bed down, so you can think about what you might wish to do for a couple hours, or if you want to explore, it's over to you.
Okay. Well, what do you guys want to do?
I mean, we're still
Still
we are pretty banged up. So I mean,
Yeah, I think maybe
it'd
we
be
just
irresponsible to like do anything material until we rest.
I think actually I got healed during the fight, so like I'm okay.
Well, you go exploring.
Well, I think instead I'm not doing anything crazy. I think she just wants to keep an eye on everybody else. But she herself is very interested in the glyphs.
Yeah.
So I think it's hard. She's having like a moral dilemma because she really also wants to do this research, but she just kind of freaked out at everybody. But I think
I know, you're like...
casually, she's gonna like walk around, just like kind of trace stuff, look over. Okay, not stealing anything. Trace stuff. And then she'll go to bed eventually. So I'm not gonna stay up the whole night, but.
Why don't you give me a perception check to see how much you notice during this process?
Okie dokie. Just normal?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Normie perception.
Oh, man.
Terrible.
The bad rolls continue.
Well, I will say, you may have prompted me on this because you have plenty of time. I guess you would be doing this over the course of a couple hours.
Couple hours.
Yeah,
It's only like...
Yeah, I think I'd
2 in the
better
afternoon.
at least give you advantage on that check then, because this isn't like a what do I notice right now. It's more like if I really take my time.
So I'll roll again, just normal.
You can give me another roll and we'll see if you're.
Natural.
There you
See
go.
what happens when
20.
you take your time.
Yeah.
Just gotta slow it down.
She was too excited. She was like,
Let me double check.
That's awesome.
so cool. And I just, I haven't leveled up technically yet, but I feel like, I don't know, she's gaining all this knowledge. And this is like totally her shit, is reading ancient, cool glyphs.
You do learn a few things over the course of your study. You inspect the central machine where the planisphere was removed from the apparatus, and you actually discover the presence of a few Shent machine shards that are part of the machine. It looks like formerly there were more of them, but it does look like there are a few remaining in sort of sockets of the machine. It looks like they might have had something to do at some point with the control mechanism or the configuration of the kind of orrery-like presentation of the cosmos that's on the ceiling of the temple overhead. If you wanted to take one or more, there are a few, you could remove them or you can leave them be.
I think because we took the orb, she kind of feels like, oh, maybe I should just gather these two. They might come in handy later.
Could be. I will place the Shent machine shards in your inventory.
Cool.
There are also several notched metal discs built into the central pillar. The plates of the discs appear to have suffered extensive damage at some point. You suspect that even if all of the shards were present, that this machine would not fully work.
Okay. Do the discs, like, are they, like, saying anything? It's, like, literally, like, mechanical discs or something to, like, move something.
There are mechanical parts, and it looks like there. You presume. Well, why don't you roll an Arcana check to see whether you can infer the way that this might have worked when it was whole.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what she's mostly curious about, what this thing did.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh my goodness!
wow.
just
You know
can't
everything.
stop.
I'm so smart.
You're so in tune with what's happening here. You sense that the machine would have been powered by a combination of both physical configuration but also arcane infusion of energy. And you sense that the damage to the physical apparatus probably is what would prevent the machine from working, even if it were still whole. However, you sense that it was obviously still working enough that the temple was operating, the machinery was turning, especially as it was infused with Mayis, which is now full overhead, the water moon in its zenith. You sense that the power that is infused in this temple at this moment is something that could still, be tapped into by the apparatus if it were whole, but perhaps with unpredictable or unstable results.
What do I think this thing does, though? Like, what is the purpose of this? Because the water is running, the gears are turning. It's not doing that.
Even with a 22,
I don't know.
you do not know.
Wow.
She smashes the disc further.
Cuts her wrists and pours blood into her empty orb.
Mayis shows up.
The runic and arcane arts of the ancient Shent are inscrutable and lost to time. However the machine functioned, or whatever its true purpose was, you could speculate that it may have had something to do with drawing upon a cosmological energy source and then using that energy source to fuel something. But what might have been the ultimate destination for that is something that you would only be able to speculate.
Rats. All right. Wow, I learned so much. She's going to go to bed, but before that, can I do a perception check over at Sejor just to see what's up? Looking across the camp.
Sure.
Okay.
Of course.
What's going on over there? Just going to do a normal.
Oh, man.
Oh, interesting.
What a streak.
They are inspecting the outer perimeter of the temple, and they seem to be working as a team to take certain etchings of reliefs and to, catalog their findings and to make down markings about where certain things are. They're kind of canvassing the whole area, moving around, sometimes coming up to the central apparatus and measuring. You can tell that Kazra is busy making a map, like a sort of architectural diagram of the temple, and she's circling certain areas on it. They seem to be well into their process of initial discovery and
They seem to be
research.
like archaeologists that are doing exactly what they said they were going to do.
Seem to be.
Would you calm down?
You're so gullible. You're so gullible. This is what they want you to think.
This is very impressive for grave robbers. They're really
When
pulling
When Sejor comes up to you at the central mechanism, she sees you inspecting it and looking at the gears and the damage, and she says, "There was trace abjuration here long ago. It failed. I think that magical energy has been unregulated, and this matches what you yourself discerned.
Yeah.
So it seems that Sejor has figured out something similar. Maybe
Kick her.
Don't kick.
just
I learned-
Sparta kicked.
I learned it first, actually. So,
You got jail.
just a joke.
Kicker.
You're like a 4-year-old. No, I knew it first.
I actually knew it first. So she says that.
Sejor says, you could be a good researcher. If you grow tired of roaming around with... She nods over at the rest of the group. Says,
I look back. What are you
And
guys?
we're just eating raw meat. Pulling the strings of fat from the bone.
Gnawing on a living horse.
Jake Cool puts a horse through the hole in his mask.
We're just grunting at each other, punching each other as hard as we can in the shoulder.
Pawing at a monolith.
Yeah, eminent knots.
if you ever find yourself yearning for the company of, I don't know, someone a bit more cerebral, we should talk.
Yeah. Actually, I am a researcher already. Yeah, an Ordani researcher from Ordain, if you didn't know.
Well, you should certainly join the Anachronim then.
It's on my list. I've been busy researching obsidian.
Field experience. Ah,
Yeah,
far desert.
yeah. You didn't even know that about me, and you judged me right off the bat due to my company and all the raw meat eating. And the way, sort of the way.
It's just like blood pouring down my chin. I'm howling at the sky.
It's strength being me.
It strengthens me.
Well, I hope to see you at All Fable Keep in Ordain someday. Perhaps our paths will cross again, and I don't know. Maybe we'll have a chance to work together. I can tell you don't like me, but that doesn't bother me. I don't need anyone to like me.
That makes it worse. You're so cool. So dark and mysterious.
Roll an insight check.
Okay. Does she need people to like her? We all do. All right, let's see. Oh, man.
She's just too cool.
She's
I just
so
don't know.
cool. She goes, yeah, well, I like when people like me. So I would like to be nice to everybody. What is my accent?
you ever feel like that's holding you back?
The accent.
That's why you couldn't get in.
I feel like the accent is holding you back.
I feel like this whole accent.
Could recommend some lessons.
No, it's how I've made my friends and how I trust people. And you can be nice to me and tell me you want to meet me at the Anachroneum, but I know your name and I know your face.
Sejor takes a step back and says, all right, well, I'll be seeing you. And she walks away.
So cool.
You keep studying her, and she doesn't seem to be doing anything nefarious, but you get the sense that she's keeping an eye on your group as well. And there's kind of a little bit of a feeling out whether she's going to accompany you on this task or not. You can tell that she's conflicted and feeling involved now.
She goes back to the group.
We saved some for you.
Yeah. There's flies buzzing around a corpse of your horse.
Raw horse meat. She goes to bed.
Yeah. I mean, it's still early in the day, but I think we just camp all day.
Yeah, that's okay.
Stay in
I
the
mean,
nice
is there
all day.
anything that, aside from horrifying culinary malpractice, is there anything that you would like to do as the time progresses?
Yes, Flomberg is going to engage in some personalized crafting. So I'm going to spend 2 hours leading
Nice.
up to sleep, investing in a personally attuned magic item.
Okay.
Out of a total of, I will need 40. I should have been doing this, but I haven't. And then, and then in the morning, he's going to get up early and do something else.
Okay. Very good.
I am going to invite anyone who would like to participate with me in an impassioned revelry.
Yeah.
Considering that we had a near-death experience and survived, he's gonna celebrate life.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Worthy.
that time when
And
we all played some
Jokes
Ember?
aside, the horrifying spectacle of meat devouring that you described, is that the kind of thing that you're eating? I mean, Jake, you certainly have a culinary background through your culture.
I do.
And that's what you make?
But it's just food that Zeph can eat.
Smoke.
It's mainly smoke and wood.
Good to know.
But I do have brewer supplies. Yeah, I mean, I do have brewer supplies, and I could cook the horse meat.
Maybe it could be like smoked horse meat, and you eat the smoke, and then we eat.
You, of course, also
kind of
have the ritual cooking feature through
Yes.
your Kithel and culture. But
Yeah, I mean, if people need to actually eat, it takes me 2 hours, and I can
Yeah, man. I need to eat.
prepare a traditional Kethel meal for a company up to 8 allies. I could even feed both parties, or we could like bring some over.
Yeah, like
like
Thanksgiving, like the
this-
first Thanksgiving.
A peace offering.
That would be nice. You should do that.
All right, I'll do that, and it will. I basically infuses the food with a subtle magic which restores morale and fortifies the body. Any ally who consumes the meal increase their current and max hit points by amount equal to my proficiency bonus for 8 hours. So it actually
Wow.
that would help us.
How did you not do this yesterday?
I just was like, cooking.
He's such a caveman.
This is pretty good.
This is pretty good.
Yeah.
I dropped
good.
out before I took home ec.
What is it? That's right. What is my proficiency bonus? Is it 2?
your proficiency bonus is 2.
2. All right.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
if presuming I do this and I bring it over to the other people, you get your. We're gonna get all the hit points back anyways. Well, maybe not you guys, but your max will go up by 2 as well.
Nice.
And so would I just put that as like a temporary hit point, basically?
There's an active effect I can put on your character.
Oh, very cool.
That will handle this for you. And
Oh, there it is.
in fact, I we had a update to the software that changed the ruling on it a little bit, that it's like until your next rest rather than a duration, because otherwise the timing is a little bit awkward. So don't worry about
you could be like, all right, 8 hours pass.
Yeah, don't worry about the 8 hours. It's more that temp HP would last until your next rest.
That's great.
Great.
And so, yeah, I'll add that onto each of you.
Cool.
One thing that you will need to do is it does increase your current HP, but that'll happen when you click the long rest.
Oh, right.
So,
Oh, I see. Okay.
Neat.
That's cool.
So then you'll cook the food, and I think we should invite them over.
feasting and reveling.
Feasting and reveling in our
Tinkering.
survival, tinkering, and
and being suspicious.
Yeah, and writing the whole time.
yeah. So this is actually at the perfect time for an impassioned revelry because it extends the rest by 4 hours.
You've got time
But
to
we're
kill.
starting so early.
time.
Yeah, we're gonna day drink
Yeah. Oh,
and then crash early
we're day drinking.
and get a good night's rest. Yeah.
All right, the time advances. The Fulgurites join you for food and for celebration, and Sajor remains a little bit frosty, but the others, Khazra and Leaf and Rorhim, you soon are exchanging, entertaining tales of past exploits or hilarious anecdotes about the embarrassing things that have happened to each of you, and the day and the afternoon passes pretty quickly. And I'm going to go ahead and advance time into the morning. You are in a safe place to rest. There's nothing that interrupts you. You can go ahead and click that long rest button. I'll actually do that on the. You know what? I'm going to do that on the party.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can do that on your individual character sheets. That's fine. I should have done it as a party rest, but that's okay. So Aminette and Flomberg, you can click long rest on your character sheet.
Long rest.
Go.
Okay.
You gain all your spell slots. You regain your hit dice. You've advanced to level 2. You awaken refreshed and recharged with bonus temporary hit points from the ritual Hithel cooking. And so, yes, you're feeling very energized and ready to go for the day. It is the morning. And I have a question. In your revelry, did you have someone who was standing watch? Were you doing a watch rotation, or were you kind of all resting?
Yes.
Yeah, we have to.
Okay.
I didn't, but everyone else did. Now, do we get inspiration back for your revelry?
Yes, you all gain inspiration.
Everybody gets
add that to your
inspiration for
character sheets.
Impassioned revelry, and we will do a rotating rest.
Let me get everyone except Jake to roll me a perception check. I already told you that nothing interrupted your rest, and that's true, but I want to see if there's something that you noticed during the night.
That is a 7 for old Ignatius.
30-20
I'm sorry, 8. Adjusted 8.
for Eminette.
11.
Okay.
Nice.
Eminette, you, during the portion of the night that you're keeping watch, you do see that Leaf, the Thornling, is kind of like keeping an eye on you. Doing it subtly, but you do notice that Leaf is like kind of edged a little bit closer and is sort of looking at your camp setup, and then Leaf returns back to their camp.
Oh.
I nudge Flomberg. Sorry.
What is it?
Where's the orb?
I'm using it as a pillow.
Oh,
Look.
thank God. Okay. No, that's good. Yeah.
You are, in fact, still using it as a pillow.
Yeah.
All right. I saw them looking over at our camp. I just wanted to make sure you had it.
Hey!
Flomberg.
Oh! Hey, stop looking over here!
What's going on?
They're looking over here. Stop!
Trying to sleep.
Stop it!
Just a dream.
Shut up!
Bad dream.
Shut up! And he goes back to sleep.
Woke us all up.
Scream.
Now we can't level up. We don't level up.
We lose HP.
Interesting, though. But that's the thing, is like, is Leaf,
Watching me because I'm watching them.
or is Leaf like acting on their own? You know? You never know.
Yeah. All right.
You wouldn't have noticed it with a lower roll, so...
Yeah.
You're very perceptive.
I don't want to go talk to Leaf now. I think she's just mentally taking note, and she's like,
The next time she sees him, she'll stab him.
Kill him. Stab him in the back like he was going to do to her.
Well, the morning comes, and it is a beautiful spectacle at the shores of the water temple. Yes.
I was going to wake up early to do something.
Okay. You certainly may.
Right.
So Flomberg wakes, he does in fact wake up an hour early, and he uses his constructed companion ability.
Nice.
Oh.
What?
So he is going to spend an hour creating a tiny constructed companion from a natural material that comes from or grows in the ground, for example, clay, stone, wood, or straw. He's going to take some mud at the beach here. And it is a animated construct which becomes a creature under my control, survive for 8 hours or until it is reduced to 0 hit points. While it is animated, I can provide it with basic verbal instructions. It'll issue simple commands such as fetch a key, stand watch, stack some books, etc. So he creates this thing. It's out of mud. Names it Harvey Mud. Imbues it with life force. He sets it down. He whispers to it. He says, like, Harvey, listen very carefully. I want you to follow them. He points to the other party. He says, and when the time is right, I want you to slaughter each one of these Fulgurite Blades. Good luck.
Good luck.
Your miniature golem looks at you with absolute loyalty. And
Sir, yes, sir.
somehow, Flomberg, who is otherwise not demonstrated any notable magical capability, has brought this little construct into animated existence through a cultural tradition that is unfamiliar to the rest of you.
Yeah. Is this something we saw, or did you do it privately?
I did it before y'all got up.
Okay.
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 Yeah, so none of you saw his murderous
Okay,
man.
I take it back. You are ignorant of Flomberg's
You may, as you wake, see a tiny
tiny
mud figure
Yeah.
creep into
about
into the
camp.
grasses.
I step on.
definitely moves with that sort of claymation,
Yeah.
feel. As
Puppety, like it's
Yeah.
sort of skipping frames as it,
Like
as-
Clash of the Titans?
as it wanders its way over and lurks in the grass.
I love it. It's adorable.
Yeah.
Watching and learning.
Yes. and Flomberg sort of sits back, smiles, sort of chuckles to himself, thinking, they're doomed, and they don't even know it.
Amazing.
I do have a stat block for this.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, cool.
So
Can't wait for that combat.
you'll need its 1 hit point.
Is this what you had in mind when you were generating
Yes.
the tiny guy? It would be sent as an assassin to every NPC we come in contact with.
Does it have like a little clay knife?
Yeah,
Like it's just,
I gave it an old twig. That's all he needs.
Knife armed.
That's all he needs. That's all he needs.
Quite resourceful.
Just watch.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Can we move along?
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's go.
Let's go fight this ancient god.
Yeah, let's go kill an ancient demon, an unkillable demon. No,
As you're
so-
preparing to
yeah.
depart, you hear the sound of disagreement from the Fulgurite camp.
It's the time run. What are they arguing
Looks like
about?
they're trying to. Some of them want to come with us. Some of them don't.
Yes, they're afraid.
Well, they should split their party.
Can we do a perception to try to like hear what they're saying?
What's the argument about?
Or
Or should we just walk over there?
Everything all right over there?
You could, well, depending on whether you're walking over or not, then I would call for a roll. But if you're heading over, then you don't need
Yeah,
to
let's
let's
just
just walk over.
yeah
We'll just
because
come over.
they needed to make a decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna.
We're
come
all
over.
packed up. We're ready to go.
We'll be like, ho, 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 trouble in paradise.
Jake Cool is so dumb. I love that character.
And I just like picturing your weird mask face.
Yeah.
What face is he making when he goes, whoa, 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 whoa? Like
Unsettling.
surprise, just and like
Unsettling.
high eyebrows.
Have you come to a decision about how, if you want to go south?
Sajor says, We have, at the same time that Khazra says, we have not.
Oh. All right, then. This way.
I see there's some disagreement among you. I urge those of you that wish to come sacrifice whatever it is we must in order to save Ember. Come with us. Those of you who don't want to, I understand. But I see no reason why you all have to come or you all have to stay. Each of you should choose on their own.
Cedro says,
For example, Amunet is not coming with us. She's staying here.
Yes. She's obsessed with this temple.
She wants to read the glyphs again.
I mean, its ethereal arms are like, what the hell? And
Oh, wait,
her-
are you coming?
Her regular arms are crossed.
Never got her name, but she will be missed.
we really should have planned for the live play to like have someone just
Behind me?
hide behind
Oh,
you.
that would be
and,
awesome.
like,
That would be amazing.
their
that would be
arms
fun.
out.
Like
and
moment
sort
shots.
of
Picking my nose, trying to
emoting.
eat.
Yeah.
So Cedro says, we are not here to fight ancient demons. We are here to study. This is what I've told the others, and they agree with me. Khazra looks stone-faced. Rorhim says,
But we can't let them fight on their own, Sajor. What if they die?
and Cedro says, indeed, what if they die? What if we die? We're here to recover history and take it back to Ordain. You know this. Leaf's just standing there silently, sort of nodding in agreement. And Khazra says, I'm sorry, Sajor. I feel like I'm called to help them. You heard what Miroth said. I'm going with them. And Rorhim says,
And I...
Sajor gives him a stony stare.
Oh, come on, man.
And Rorhim falls in line, standing next to Sajor.
And what say you, Leaf?
Leaf says, I'm just here for treasure.
Very honest.
All right.
Well, there's probably going to
then you
be
stay.
incredible treasure in the tomb of this abyssal creature. I could only assume.
Well, good luck.
Well, just a word of advice. If any of you have any loved ones you wish to say final parting words to, just generally, I think it's be good to write a letter. Say,
So ominous.
What were your specific instructions about when your golem should...
when the time is right.
is right.
When is the time right?
Well, I
Would it
leave
know-
that up to Harvey Mudd's judgment.
His one hit point, little brain.
I
you're-
trust him.
As soon as the words leave your mouth, a small claymation figure scrambles up the back of Leaf and leaps onto his head and starts pounding on Leaf's skull. with little,
what is that?
Whoa,
little
where
clay
did that
arms.
come from? Oh, dear.
Leaf is like, in a moment of panic, kind of hurls it to the ground, and your
Under
figure just
attack!
sort of stands
Start
up.
looking around.
It's a mud elemental.
What the? A conjuration of Mayis, the water and the. I guess.
Yes, it's probably Mayis and telling you should come with us.
They are, for better or worse, resolved, aside from Khazra, who has broken rank with
Very interesting.
with Sajor
Yeah.
based on the persuasiveness of your argument and the affinity that Khazra has felt for the actions that have occurred.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Khazra is the cleric?
Cleric of Sigil.
Yeah.
Great.
Let's go.
We got who we needed.
Yeah, we high five and we just
Yeah.
walk away. We just ignore them.
See ya.
That's awesome.
You handled the draft well.
Yeah, for real.
Came out on top.
I'm moving Khazra, who also should actually take a rest. So do that for each of them.
Moving Khazra into the party?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Ooh.
move Khazra over to the. Oh, time should not advance for them resting. I'm gonna rewind you back there.
Oh my gosh, look at the shadows of the tower and stuff we're moving with the sun. That's amazing.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so we'll put Khazra in your party now for the time being as a guest NPC. And you have the day before you. The instructions that you've received from Miroth is that the remnant of this whisper is somewhere to the south.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which we need to be heading anyway.
Yeah.
Yep. Then we'll set off hiking to the south.
Southwest or southeast?
Oh, I guess we don't really know. He just said south, so why don't we try southwest since that's heading toward our encampment anyway?
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
Dripstone.
You cross the lake
Whoa.
using, I assume, a sort of makeshift raft again of some sort in order to avoid Ignatius.
We make Khazra swim us all across. And
Icarius.
do you want to be a part of this party?
Slow going, but you return to the dripstones, and the expanse of wilderness is open before you. You could go west, southeast, depending on what you suspect is the way you need to go.
So we keep just heading.
Does it look like
south.
this is closed off on the west here, or the east?
As
sorry?
you gaze in both directions, I mean, these are sort of multiple miles at the very extent of your vision, but you see kind of mountains rising on all sides as if you're in the midst of a large caldera or a large basin, and there is no direction east or west that looks as if it offers exit from where you are currently standing. You don't see anything that seems particularly promising on that front.
So maybe just following this river straight south.
Yeah.
In fact, we could probably see a few miles hence the tower,
Yeah.
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 another tower, moon tower.
Yeah.
Up on, and this, in case it's not clear exactly from the map because of the isometric perspective, but that tower is up on top of a tall mountainous ridge to the south of you.
Oh,
So it looks like you could advance another mile or so to the south, but then you're going to be hitting tall cliffs.
Well, let's see. Let's go another
Yeah,
mile.
let's go
and see what
up
we
there.
see. Ah, it looks like there's.
Oh,
Whoa.
whoa! There is some kind of crystal canyon here.
Whoa.
Actually should not have revealed, but that's
Oh.
okay. Hashtag pre-alpha. Okay. We'll work out all the kinks eventually. But
Oh,
yeah,
that was so cool.
You,
Oh, wait, it shouldn't have revealed because these are cliffs?
yeah, you should not be able to see that from where you currently are. So
Understood.
wipe it from your memory.
See what?
And
See what?
yes.
All right, so it seems like there's no further path south here. We'd have to move west. So should we go back east?
East and west are open to you, but you cannot go further
I
south.
mean, west actually takes us closer to our goal,
But it looks
our
like
original goal.
there, just with our own orienteering, we would know
There's a mountain.
that there is a mountain between us and where we were.
That's why we couldn't get out of where the caravan is because of like that valley.
Does it look like the mountain stretches all the way west to where?
It does look like it's running sort of east-west to the south of you, and so you'll have to make a call. But it's also worth roll me a survival check.
Okay.
Yeah,
Khazra, you
I mean,
head
heading
west.
these distances are not insurmountable. It's not like we're
Right.
coming a full day to the western.
Each
way.
hex is 1 mile. So
Yeah,
you
so-
certainly can.
Yeah, pretty awesome survival check. 6. Thanks.
Anyone else taking a stab at survival to think about the pathfinding problem ahead of you?
Yeah.
I'll try.
Not much of a survival person.
Oh, I can actually. Yeah, I'll do it now. Ooh. Oh, wow.
What, 18, 19, 20?
Whoa.
Eminent
Awesome.
and Ignatius and Flomberg. It could be either way. I mean, you've got to choose east or west, but the one thing that does seem to occur to you is that to the east of your current position would be relatively more south
Of
the water temple, whereas if you were to go west, it would be kind of
Can't go
taking
any more
you.
south.
It would be taking you less south from
Yeah.
the perspective of where Miroth was.
I think with the combined knowledge of knowing that the mountain is between where the caravan is, I think we would have to unfortunately go more east and circle all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's head east.
Yeah.
Across. We got to ford the river. Mm-hmm. So we'll find a way across the river and head east and see if we can't find a
It
little.
looks as if you
nook.
might be heading into a sort of cul-de-sac as the terrain around you slopes a little bit downwards. You're descending towards a kind of circular,
Like a box canyon.
like a box canyon. And unclear whether it offers any path forward or not, but it is, you presume, headed in the direction that Miroth has guided you.
We should
Oh, boy.
investigate, see if there's
Yeah.
a cave or something.
Exactly, a tunnel.
Yeah, would that just be straight up perception?
Yeah, you can roll a perception check to see if you spot any geographical features of note.
Jake isn't good at anything. 16.
Flomberg and Jake, the two of you, you do not visibly see anything, but there is something about the environment to your east which fills you with a vague sense of foreboding. The terrain seems to get more rugged as it descends. The greenery around it sort of darkens. It's as if this area of the dripstones is less exposed to light than the rest of the environment around. And there's something about it that just fills you with a little bit of unease.
It is as if the sun itself shuns this place.
Yes. My attunement to Mayis gives me protection against cold, and I need it at this moment. There is a darkness.
That's probably where it is. That's probably where it lies.
The abyssal.
The abyssal.
Yes, it is drawing heat out of the area.
It is radiating an evil energy.
God.
Let's go and prepare.
So, this ability, I just don't play 5e. Divine Sense. I mean, this is kind of like, this is almost like a combat-y ability, right? Because, I mean, this is 60, is it 60 feet?
You would need to be
And it's,
much closer
Yeah.
to your target in order to ascertain. Probably from where you are right now on the region map, not so useful. But if you get closer, it could certainly help you pinpoint if there is a creature nearby that meets the categories that Divine
yeah,
Sense
if this
detects.
is indeed like a fiend. And what is the duration of Divine Sense?
It is sort of almost instantaneous, so you get like a sort of a pulse, like a sort of sonar
And then it
pulse.
just goes away?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're just, you're getting presence or absence. Okay. He's going to hold off on using it then, and we'll sort of descend into this dark place, and I will say prayers of protection.
All right.
All right, Khazra. You chose to come with us. Say a prayer to your God.
Say all the prayers to your false gods.
False God.
Khazra says, I do not need to pray to Sigil. Sigil is with me always in my mind, guardian and curator of knowledge.
I know the feeling.
Sigil only wishes that I follow my conscience and learn what there is to learn.
An undemanding god. Sorry. Thinking out loud. Let's go.
You've become less...
Oh, the writhing grave.
Oh, okay.
Here's we've arrived at the writhing grave.
Is there a sign? Writhing grave.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Population 1.
Isolation -5.
As you descend, damp grass, moss-coated stone, and ample plant life coats the space, fed by pools of water and the numerous waterfalls in the area. There is a sourness in the air, though, and as the natural stone steps descend towards the nexus of the falls, you conceive the verdant green of this place turning gray and withered. The scent of rotting plants and brackish water grows harder to ignore as you approach. More concerning is the sensation of awareness and a feeling of being perceived. New thoughts appear within your mind like fingers crawling up your neck and seeking purchase, exerting a subtle pressure on the base of your skull. There is something wrong about this place.
Wow.
I cast Mage Armor.
You may.
You should.
As soon as I feel something touch my neck, like the ethereal hand goes to it and casts Mage Armor on herself, on Em itself.
All right. You enter this place. Bring you over.
Oh, baby.
You are
Oh.
on a ledge of rock there are these terraced steps that descend downwards towards a fetid pool at the base of a nexus of waterfalls. You perceive the remains of long dead skeletal figures scattered around, and as you near the nexus of falls, you can feel a roiling, twisting sensation in your chest. It extends out of your body, crawling down your limbs like 1,000 invisible insects. After a moment, the feeling subsides, but in its place is the lingering sensation that you are perceived. Something knows you're here, and as you gaze down towards the falls, you can perceive a form, shifting, shrouded in shadow, umbral and writhing, on an island in the center of the nexus where these waterfalls are.
Oh my God. It has a giant sword stabbed through it.
Oh.
Oh, wow. That's so freaking cool.
Wow, that thing's horrible. Oh, and there's giant skeleton. Oh, wow.
You realize that you are surrounded by death in many forms. Oh, wow. The stark line where the living plants turn rotten in tainted earth to the numerous corpses of large humanoids that must be remnants of the Shent that died fighting the Whisperer nearby.
Oh my gosh.
All around, the corroded remains of armor and weapons poke out of the centuries of dead growth, making it evident that you are standing at the site of a one-sided massacre that claimed the lives of numerous warriors.
Oh, wow.
In the middle of the crater, like Depression, there's a huge, tarnished, rusting Shent greatsword, much too large for any mortal of Ember to use. Half its length is driven into the earth, pinned through by the ancient steel is an unsettling, almost amorphous creature that writhes around the corroded blade, grasping at it like any wounded thing might.
Wow. There it is. We have to kill it. Flomberg, you have to kill it.
Oh, all right. Here I go to kill it.
Claim the Shent blade as your own.
I will.
I'll be right there.
All right.
Behind you.
And I come up to this first sort of cliff face.
These terrace steps are about 10 feet of elevation descent each time. So you're probably about 20 feet or so higher than the creature down in the depression below you.
All right, so I clamber down that first shelf.
I'd like to do the same.
You may.
Okay.
I'm following. I'll bring up.
Without advancing any further yet, Flomberg, let everyone else get to the position where they would be kind of synchronized to your own movement. I can describe slightly further the figure, the creature that you see in the depression, ever shifting and reshaping itself, producing new limbs as quickly as it retracts existing ones.
Ugh.
You occasionally glimpse flickers of stars and light swirling around under the surface of its gleaming and viscous body. They are always consumed by blackness a moment later. Your mind reels at the thought of what truly exists within its glossy, bulbous core, if anything at all exists in that unknowable space. This creature has no eyes that you can see, no mouth, no perceptible form that lets you ascribe humanity or awareness to it, and yet you can feel its alien intelligence. You can feel it probing at your minds as you approach, trying to find ways in. You sense it trying to understand what you are, in much the same way that you are trying to assess its inscrutable form.
This is something from another world.
I don't even know if this could be thought of as a fiend.
Could I try doing a divine sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
See if this is actually a fiend or a devil or a undead?
you may.
It's undead, but
Please, because I want to cast protection from good and evil on Flomberg, but I want to know what it is to do that.
yeah, it could just be that it's so
at
otherworldly.
any moment, you may instantaneously use your divine sense.
Okay. So I'll do that just to see if it gives me a sense of pure actual evil or if it's just so unknowable that it seems evil.
You do that. This creature is neither celestial, fiend, nor undead.
Wow, okay.
Is it an aberration?
Outside.
It's an aberration.
But I wouldn't know from the divine sense. So he's like, this is no demon.
she's writing this down, and then with her other ethereal hand, she's going to touch Flomberg, and she's pretty sure this is an aberration from knowing what you just said. She was kind of just crossing it off. And
It's not celestial.
She's going to cast Protection from Evil and Good.
Yes,
Dang.
protect me from all good.
No,
Good, touch me.
no, Flomberg. That's not what it is.
As you demonstrate the capacity for spellcraft, there is a voice that reaches out in your mind like a long, bony finger pressing into your forehead. And you all feel this, not just Eminent. Its voice is like oil and sand. It slides over your mind and grinds against your thoughts. It's hard to think of this as a language or as words. It's more like a sequence of deep-seated emotions that you kind of are able to ascribe meaning to. And the voice, if you can call it that, says, "Sharp minds. Yes. I offer gifts for you if you provide mutual gain."
It's trying to. You hear that?
Felt
Jay Cool, do you hear that?
I do. It has chilled me to the very core.
It's trying to bargain with us.
Cannot
be convinced by it, Eminent. Don't listen to it.
stuff your ears. Find something to stuff your ears.
I do my telepathic speech, which I got from my level up.
Hey, there you go.
And she's gonna connect with the creature back, and she's gonna say, which I guess I could also just use my like message for, because I also have that. But she's gonna say, "What are the gifts?"
Eminent.
Oh, shoot, I don't know that.
You don't know that.
You are an awful, awful person.
I love this.
You just see her look like this.
That's why I immediately turned to you. I was like, Eminent, don't listen to it.
Only you, Eminent, hear the response, which is directed towards you specifically. And you realize that it's a feeling of amusement and interest. And the thoughts that you put together are those that say, "Yes, what you and all things crave, need, strength, power, capability." It seems to ponder each word as if it's trying to figure out the right things to say. Growth, expansion, improvement.
I'm in it.
And she's making this face.
What's wrong with you?
Really seems like you're considering a deal.
She's licking her lips.
Do you taste something in the air?
She's gonna telepathic message back. "You're like a really bad psychic, just trying to say something to get a rise out of me. And it's not gonna happen, because me and my friends are gonna shove that sword so far down your brainy body that you're gonna forget who you are."
Think you are lesser. Release me, and I will make you more.
Do we all hear that? Or is it still just...
I'd say you all hear that one.
Whoa.
It's gonna try to offer you something. Don't take it.
Yes, what if it offers us the chance to destroy it? Like a genie, we could trick it.
Oh, wait. I ask her, my one wish
It's for the power to destroy
for
you.
the power to...
You said we could have anything. We wish for you to be gone!
I know that.
we wish for the power to destroy.
Actually, do I have to be magically... No, you know what? I'll just say it out loud. I'll just say,
Where did you come from?
getting the sense that it did not come from the celestial realms is, he wants to know where this thing came from.
I am beyond what beyond is made of. You cannot describe the totality of nothingness. Non-light. Beyond the weave.
Beyond the weave.
And he remembers the story that
Agraband?
Agraband, yeah. It's going to be like, what's that dude's name? Let me go to my codex. The story that Agraband told of the abyss breaking through the weave and how it almost destroyed Ember, or did for some time. We had to fight back through it. And he was... Ignatius was truly frightened by that story. Because, he just kind of, like I said, focus on the undead. This is the real threat of this world. This is what we fight. There's really... Once we fix that, everything will be fine in Ember. Then all of a sudden you hear there's this like cosmic terror that could come through the weave. So he gets really kind of freaked out by this. He's just like, it's them. They're the ones that came through. And he's thinking about that huge broken tower piece that we camped under and how they kind of destroyed this thing. And he's like, we have to destroy it. We have to destroy it. And he starts going down the thingamajig, the cliff.
As you raise this call to action, it senses your motives.
Yeah.
And you sense its in return. And it says,
You will know us. Fear, sorrow, death, despair.
Each phrase is accompanied by a sudden stab of unbidden emotion. I need you all to roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. Let's go. This needs to be a good one. It always
Oh,
does, but
baby.
now it does. Where's my die? It wasn't good.
Oh.
It wasn't good.
And Skid, I don't know if you can add protection from evil and good. I couldn't select you to like add it to you, but I cast that, right? So I was able to cast that spell before this guy did anything weird.
Yes, you were able. So go ahead and before the combat starts, we can put that effect on. Who are you casting it on?
On Flomberg.
On Flomberg.
Jake.
Okay.
No.
Great.
I need our heavy hitter.
Good to know. Okay.
Gotta take a shot.
Jake's
I'm
way.
just going to.
The way of Jake.
Way of Jake.
It's the way of Jake.
Episode title.
I just thought the same thing. I was like, gotta write this in the episode title. The way of Jake.
The way of Jake.
Combat is joined.
Combat is joined. All right. Oh, the music
Plumber.
changed. It's time to dance, dude.
You are spurred to action as Aminet's protective spell falls over you, and you hear Ignatius crying out, calling you to combat. It is your turn.
Must destroy it.
Okay.
Flomberg!
So Flomberg, with his axe in hand, strides towards the edge of this like little cliff here, the last one before it reaches its basin.
Says, you promise to make me greater, to make me more. There is nothing greater than Flomberg. Shut up!
And he jumps down into the water to charge at this thing.
Oh my.
Awesome. Is that a use of rage, or
I am going to rage as
okay.
well.
All right.
So is that a bonus action?
Raging is a bonus action, right? Yeah.
That's right.
So could you dash and like get all the way up to it this turn? If you want to. You might not even want to, but
I would want to if I can.
Kenny, Andrew, like with that 10-foot drop and everything.
The 10-foot drop, you can. I mean, so there's two things you can do. You can either descend carefully, or you can jump. And if you jump, it is 10 feet, which is the minimum distance, which does trigger a 1d6 falling damage.
I'm gonna take it.
Okay. So if you're jumping off to go quick,
I didn't give you any protection against that.
it's a minimum one.
Nice.
It's a
Nice.
one point of falling damage as you hit the ground running. No decrease to your movement speed.
Amazing.
Now the water is going to be sort of a wading. Actually, no, it's not that. It's pretty shallow. I would say no difficult terrain.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
You truly are great, Flomberg.
Yeah, you're so strong.
Great.
Okay.
You're like on it.
You would need to either spend your action to dash in order to get fully up to it, or you are otherwise 10 feet away from it.
Oh, okay. Then I will remain 10 feet away.
Okay.
And then you still have an action then?
Sure. I'm gonna Do nothing.
Maybe you can ready in case.
I'm ready.
It doesn't
If
look like it's going to move, but maybe if it does or can. Or...
If it or anything hostile comes into my space, I will attack it.
Okay. All right, very good. It is going to, at the end of your turn, make a legendary action.
Oh no! Legendary actions.
Those are not good.
Didn't think that would happen.
And as
They
you
have those in Ember.
as you rush towards it, the whisper telepathically intrudes upon your mind and floods you with thoughts and images of the abyss. It beckons you ever closer, and you must make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Oh no! Oh, if we lose Flomberg,
That would not
we're
be good.
so
Wait,
done.
but he
You
had.
definitely want to use your inspiration on this.
Wait, but doesn't he have any beneficial stuff from what I gave him? Protection? Because they have disadvantage, but this is a saving throw.
Protection from good and evil. Let me double check the things that it does give.
I mean, traditionally, doesn't that
Protection against-
specifically protect you against mind control? From
Mind control, yes.
you can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
right.
Are any of those?
We'll see. Make the saving throw.
Okay, all right, dude, Sydney. If this works, you get a bottle cap. Like, wait a minute.
Fail your saving throw.
Do I?
And the whispered tendril reaches into your mind to try and seize it and draw you closer to the creature, and then you feel the protective magic of Amunet's
Let's
protection spell,
nice
rebuffing the tendril of psychic energy,
Firewall.
casting it
Firewall.
aside.
Firewall.
Awesome.
The creature writhes in anger. It is now its turn.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Bet you didn't think that would happen. You hear that in your head. She's talking to you still.
Talk shit to the aliens.
Go back to where it came from.
Accent is all over the place. It's so amazing. Go back to where you came from.
Whisper is going to make 2 attacks. One with a writhing tendril, as Flomberg is 15 feet away, which is exactly the reach that it has on this action. So, a shadow tendril attack against Flomberg.
Oh, that natural 2?
That was a 2.
Oh,
Nice.
great.
Oh.
It's a little hard
Misses.
to read that die.
That
I thought
2,
it was
yeah,
a 2.
that I thought so too. I thought it was an 8 at first. It was a 2, and so it was an 8 total, which misses.
That's a miss. Yeah.
It then follows up with a inky tendril of writhing, otherworldly essence that reaches out all the way across the battlefield.
What?
Whoa. Okay, this is a whole other ball game.
Wait.
And it lashes out at
Oh.
Jake.
Oh
No.
Dude, that's who I'd hit too.
and
He's the worst.
With an abyssal whip that writhes and kind of projects itself across the intervening space and tries to wrap around you.
I'll take the power.
Dexterity
so
saving
cool.
throw.
All right, dexterity saving throw.
You sense that it's
Ooh, nice.
assessing your respective strengths and weaknesses and maybe making some incorrect assumptions about your capabilities as you get the sense that it's trying to figure you out just the same as you are trying to figure it out.
Mess with Jake.
All right.
Mess with Jake Cole, man.
That is it for its turn.
Amazing. 2
Eminent.
misses.
Okay.
Wow.
Left an
Could have
opening.
been a lot worse.
Eminent, it is your turn.
Here's the thing. I should be far away, and I need to be close enough to cast my little spells, but that thing has reach. So I'm having second thoughts about running up much closer, but she's got to, because my spells don't go that far. All right, so she's going to run to 25 feet to the cliff's edge, more to like the east. And what can she do? I feel like this is so hard. I'm saving the bigger spells. I have 1 spell slot left, but I do have some sorcery points. So I could expend my sorcery points to gain a spell slot back, so I'm not too concerned. But for now, I'm going to cast Guidance on Flomberg. I'm really just
Nice.
buffing him because he's up close. So hopefully, that'll help him to do like a crazy big hit.
Nice.
And that's her whole turn.
Excellent. Jake, over to you. You felt this physical tendril of energy reach out across an implausibly large distance and try and wrap around you and ensnare you,
Jake fears
but you avoided it.
Jake fears not the beast. Here's what I would like to do. So with my level up, I've got this new ability called Cunning Action, which basically gives me a bonus ability.
Oh, that's
a second
huge.
bonus
Oh,
ability that has to
yeah.
be used in
I
combat.
love the cunning action.
And unless you dash, disengage. So I think I have the movement to be able to do this. I don't want to get too much in the weeds. You tell me if you want me to start getting nitty gritty with it. But what I'd like to do is just dash towards it and kind of leap off one of these embankments towards it with the hope of getting getting advantage on the attack. I want to kind of see if that is worthy of getting advantage so that I could do sneak attack damage in the event that I hit it. I just kind of want to do like this heroic.
You certainly have enough. You certainly have enough movement, but I am going to hold you a little bit to the features of the terrain here.
Fair enough.
So the lip of the sort of terrace that you would be jumping off of is about 40 feet away from the creature.
Right.
So I think you can make a leap and you can run and you can attack, but you'd be too far away to be kind of plunging out of midair on it.
See.
You have a jetpack, right?
I don't have a jetpack.
Oh,
I
you
get
didn't
that
equip your
I get that
jetpack?
at 3rd level. All right, so he's just going to use all his actions to get right up next to it
Okay.
and take a massive, bold swing here. Figure in his mind, he's like, if he can attack me from 90 feet away, he can attack me right next to it. So let's just get after it.
Good for you.
Ching ching.
He's due too. Old Jake is due.
Yeah, let's go. Big money.
Big money, no whammies. Stop. Come on.
Yeah,
On
an 18 is a hit.
Yeah.
Jake Cool.
Jake Cool's hot.
Jake Cool's hot. And he's going to do
Oh.
minimum damage. 4 points of damage. He's like, if only I could have leapt from that embankment.
It is a first wound on this creature. The first new wound that it has faced in thousands
Yes,
of
it
years.
already seems to be suffering from at least one significant.
Yeah, one significant wound, but
It's a flesh wound.
now a new one.
Yes, do you remember what this feels like? I may not be a Shent, but I have their power in me. Not only theirs, but the power of the god Mayis.
Stop saying it's a god.
The moon goddess holds me, cradles me in her arms, guiding my sword into your soul.
It's
You're
so wrong.
If you're on
So
top of the hill, you just hear him going,
so wrong and so committed to the bit. All right, well done, Jake.
saying down there.
Ignatius.
Why is he talking to us?
Is he talking to the creature?
Ignatius is going to enact his extreme metabolism to get some extra speed here. So, Andrew, what do you think here? Can I get up to it? I don't know where I was on the cliff by the time.
Yeah, no, your
enacted
current position is good. So you have 40 feet of movement, right, with extreme metabolism. So yes, you can engage it.
All right, great. So then, man, you know what? I think what I'm going to do is enact a new power here from my level up, which is spell power. So he says, we must destroy it, but he knows his own weaknesses. Yesterday, he got really trounced, almost went down twice in that fight against the elementals. So praying for Lume's protection, he is going to first cast Shield of Faith on himself to increase his defenses, and then he's going to move in directly next to the creature, next to Jake Cool. And then I'll try to work my way around to give Jake Cool flanking maybe next round or something. So yeah, if you want to ready next turn.
I have movement with ease because of cunning action. So you might take the path of least resistance because Jake.
Okay, great. All right, so he's just going to get up there in the creature's face there. And can you just talk me through casting?
Yes,
This.
on your spells tab, you
Yeah.
just click on the name or the
So I'm
icon.
doing cast spell,
Yep, there you go.
and it automatically.
Yeah,
it did its thing.
It will apply the effect to you.
Oh, it
and
went up.
there you
Okay,
go.
yeah.
So
I was like, for a split second, it didn't, but then it was there. All right, dope. Okay, awesome. And then I should also say that I took the in the level up. Ignatius took the defensive fighting style for the
You're a
paladin.
behemoth.
So now he's got a pretty. His AC is up to 21 now.
Very beefy. Very beefy.
Hopefully, keep him safe for a
21,
little bit.
mine's a 14.
At the end of your turn, it's going to take a legendary action.
Okay.
And as the three of you are now within range, instead of using its abyssal whispers, it's going to use grasping form, and it's going to force the ground around it in this area to become difficult terrain, and you must all make a strength saving throw.
Oof. Okay. The ground is rumbling. Come on, buddy. Natty 19. Let's go.
Countless clinging, coiling tendrils of shadow erupt up through the earth, and Ignatius, you and Jake step away from them effectively, but Flomberg, you are grappled.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, that sucks.
As the ground clings to your ankles and renders you
I'm
immobile.
literally never going to do anything of consequence again in this game.
Yes, you will. You will. We need you.
It's been weeks.
It's like it's Hank Mudd's turn to shine.
Khazra will run up, and seeing that no one needs medical treatment at this point, will use Sacred Flame to try and wound the creature. It fails its saving throw. And
great.
Oh, beautiful.
Takes 3 points of damage.
Not nothing.
So obviously we're well into this project at this point, and we've been talking off air about just the speed with which it moves when you're doing all this digital dice, which of course people have been telling us, but we love using Norse Foundry and we love rolling regular dice. But it is remarkable, especially for multiple monsters, saving throws, hit then damage, but it's just like bam, 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 bam.
I always
it's just
feel
so fast.
Yeah, I always feel a little not so great as the DM if I'm like, because there's often so much to do in combat, like with creatures, with NPCs, especially when there's non-player characters involved. It's like I want it to be y'all's turn. I don't want it to be my turn, and so it's just trying to like get
through
back to you without necessarily skipping narrative or skipping steps.
Yeah.
But it's tough. But it's one of the things that software can be really helpful with.
Yeah.
And math.
The math too. Yeah.
Just math.
Really helps with basic arithmetic as well. Yes.
Flomberg, top of the round. It's your turn, but you are grappled, so you would either need to spend your action to try and escape or do something from where you stand.
I can't do anything from where I stand. I'm gonna try to escape.
All right.
Burst free,
The
Flumber.
escape DC is DC 14.
So is that athletics?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
That's a 14.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
You break free of the grapple as you throw off the coiling tendrils that are forced to release you. That was your action, but you have movement and bonus action left.
I am going to close and get sort of catty corner on the other side of it. So dum 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 dum. He rumbles across its face.
Yeah, it's beware.
with
Artistically,
a sound like
oh yeah, yes. Here we go.
with a sound like a beverage cart full of shell casings tumbling down the back stairwell of a 19th century Parisian bordello.
So proud of him.
I just hear it exactly as
You can
you
hear it,
described.
right? You can,
One just sort of mechanical note: the base like hitbox of this creature is a 2x2. The extending tendrils are just sort of for artistic flair. So you would need
if you want to move in one closer,
you need to move
can.
one in closer.
oh, I
to
see.
the,
Okay,
to
then
the
I
invasive base.
will. I would have done that.
Yeah, of course. Okay. All right.
Awesome. And now
good.
we're flanking.
Yeah.
Like,
Shaka.
It is now the presence's turn. It is going to see if it has its abyssal whip available. It does. So it's going to use a shadow tendril and an abyssal whip. The tendril is going to lash out at Flomberg, who is just... Oops, sorry, it doesn't rotate. Tendril will lash out at Flomberg. Try to hit, and that's a 12. That's a
That's
miss.
a miss. Oh,
Wow. Ineffective so far.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
The tendril is going to try and threaten Khazra, who is just damaged it with a sacred flame, or the whip, rather. So that's a dexterity saving throw for Khazra, which She fails.
Azra, no.
Azra suffers 9 points of cold damage as the chilling tendril wraps around her. And more importantly, if I read this correctly, since she failed the saving throw, is also knocked prone by the tendril.
Jake got lucky.
Yeah. And gets worse. The tendril retracts, dragging Khazra with it.
Oh my
As
god!
Khazra is dragged
Over the cliff?
20
into the
feet
water.
into
no.
the water towards the creature. That is its turn.
Oh, no.
And how is she gonna escape?
It's also safe to say she takes the falling damage since she was dragged off the cliff.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Which is 5 more
more.
points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
Oh boy.
This thing is nasty.
Eminet, it is your turn.
Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, Amunet was feeling okay about it, now feeling bad. Everyone is down there. She's the only one still on the cliff. She's gonna try this. Don't know if this is gonna work. She casts Dissonant Whispers. So the creature, they have this telepathic connection already, but the creature suddenly hears in its mind, you should have died, and you'll die 1,000 times by our hands. And it's like creepy, echoey, and I'm
A little
hoping...
taste of its own medicine.
Yeah.
Retaliation in kind. It's going to take a wisdom saving throw and fail.
Nice!
Wow.
Cindy just got so pumped.
It's so hard with the saving throws. It could go so many different ways. Okay.
Does it do damage?
Yes, it does psychic damage, 3d6 plus my bonus.
Wow.
And I rolled like
Garbage roll.
garbage 5, but it must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed away from me. Doesn't move into any obviously dangerous ground such
can't
as a fire.
Move. All right, so what happens? 2 things. Firstly, it recoils from your psychic onslaught, and you can tell that you've damaged it, but you can also tell that this creature is a master of mental manipulation and that your damage is not fully effective against it. Secondly, you see it straining and writhing ever more vigorously against the sword that impales it to the ground. It is trying to get off the blade, but it is pinned in place.
Right.
It is grappled. It cannot move. This does cost it its reaction, so it does not have a reaction to use on anything else.
It doesn't take any more like damage. I was hoping it would like, I don't know, I guess it wouldn't kill itself trying to run away.
I guess I don't think it fears you.
No, but
It is compelled to run away from
regardless.
Amunet, but it is grappled mechanically, so
Yeah.
it cannot
It's gonna
move.
just keep dragging Khazra.
Cannot move further away.
okay.
But you've taught it that it is not the only creature here that is able to play mind games.
Nice.
Well done. Anything else on your turn, Amunet?
Can I transfer my sorcerer points to gain a spell slot? Is that an action to do that, or can I do it and re-up for the next round?
I need to refresh my memory on when you get your sorcerer points, because I thought you got your meta magic at 3, but maybe I
have my font of magic.
You have your font of magic.
Yeah.
I think font of magic.
It says I have 2 sorcerer points. I gain more as I reach higher levels.
Yes. Okay, so you don't have meta magic yet, I guess, but you can use them to do flexible casting.
Yeah. To gain additional spell slots. I don't know. I just don't know if it's 1 for 1.
You can transform them into a spell slot as a bonus action on your turn.
Perfect.
And there's a certain cost, so it's 2 points to get a level 1 spell slot back.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. So I am going to do that as my bonus action. Now I have 1 spell slot again.
You've recharged your level 1 slot. That's awesome. And you can mark that on your sheet by just clicking the little tab. The expended spell slot under level 1, you can refill it.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay, great. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to move. I still need to be in range for my spell casting.
Okay, perfect. Well done. Jake, it is now your turn.
All right, Jake wants to do something a little. Well, no, I was going to do something unconventional. I wanted to try and sever this tentacle that was wrapped around Khazra, but I'd be wasting my flanking here, so I'm just going to try and attack the creature.
One thing to be clear about with the abyssal whip, it grabbed Kazra and dragged, but it's not like continuing to drag.
I
So
see.
the grab and drag already happened, and it's
And
not,
then it just releases?
oh, it sort of faded away into.
So
like-
she's not grappled.
She's not grappled.
Pinned. Okay.
She's
good,
just
good.
prone and was dragged
And hurt,
towards it
yeah.
and hurt, but not actively grappled.
Okay, great.
All right, then
That's
I
a
will,
good clarification.
I will attack its flat-footed situation here and see what happens. Oh,
No.
Did you see the 19 to
Yeah.
1?
Yep.
Brutal. You do have inspiration from your revelry last night, but whether
gonna use
this
it.
is the
I'm actually
right
gonna use it.
moment or not is
Yeah,
up
because
to you.
I've got the flanking. Who knows how long that's going to last? So let's just
Come on.
let's just try it again.
It's got a lowered AC. You get sneak attack DiMaggio. There we
That's
go.
what
I'm talking about.
That is
That
a
was
hit.
inspiring.
Dirty Twanzoni. All right, so this is going to be damage plus. Is it 1d6 now that I've leveled up, or is it gone to 2d6? Probably still 1, right?
Let's
Probably
check
still
your
one, right?
feature.
We check the old feature. I don't think it's gone up. I think it's.
I mean,
still
can-
one.
I
Don't
think
you-
it goes up at level 3.
Don't you just click sneak attack and it adds it automatically? Or you pick
no, I
how
have
many
to add
dice?
the situational bonus. So here we go.
Yeah, it goes up to 2d6 at level 3.
Hey,
Oh,
there you go,
some
dude.
rocks, 12 points of damage.
Nice.
Very
Nice.
nice.
That's awesome.
And I'll just stay
Needed
there.
that.
There's no reason for me to move. We've got this thing cornered for the time being. So I'll stay there.
Yeah, strong damage and much needed. At the end of your turn, it is going to use a legendary action on Abyssal Whispers, targeting Eminent,
Oh, come on.
no.
trying to retaliate against your mind games. Wisdom saving throw for you, Eminent.
Okay.
As unwanted thoughts flood into your mind.
It'd be so cool if I passed this, but I'm not that smart. Oh, I'm not that wise. All right.
Roll against intrusive thoughts.
Ooh, that is a success.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
That's so cool because it failed its, and I'm like, you can't hurt me.
Wow. You are now currently out dueling a psychic duel
It is not
with a
happy
cosmic
with you.
horror.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Do I
not
take
happy.
half damage or anything?
Let me check.
Not to be a rules boy, but
I appreciate
it.
I appreciate you volunteering to take some extra damage. On a failed save, it must be- no, no damage.
Great.
amazing.
Nice.
Nice.
So sick.
Ignatius, it is your turn.
Okay. Ignatius has the shield out, but he's just going to raise his warhammer and smash down on this thing in an attempt to crush it to death. A coup de grace. This thing is already so hurt. It is time. It is its time. Let's go. Let's do it. Whoa! Natural 3.
Andrew.
All right.
Well, have I told you about how Crucible is a dice pool based system?
Yes,
with
I wanna play
a
that.
normal distribution of your attack rolls that is more likely to achieve an average result than extreme good or bad.
yeah.
A game made for Joe.
A game made for Joe. All right.
His average result is still so low.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what else to do. I think I'm just going to stay here. I'm just going to
Okay.
stay in my position, my current position.
Stay in your lane.
Yes.
Moisturize. All right. Kazra is going to spend half movement to stand up with a startle, realizing that coming along on this journey with you was a serious decision that might have consequences. Kazra is going to heal herself, necessarily, for
Nice.
8 points of healing.
Okay. Great.
Unfortunately, that was an action, and so all she can do is back away.
Okay.
Just walk away.
Flumberg.
Come on, Flomberg.
Flomberg is going to raise high his axe and he's going to do a reckless attack.
Oh, yes.
Cool.
So he's going to roll this with advantage and he's going to have advantage against him if it attacks him.
Yep.
So he lifts high his axe and just shut up!
There we go.
That's
there
a
we
hit.
go.
Yes.
21 is a
That
hit.
is a hit.
Awesome.
Come on. Come on.
Terrible damage.
Come
7
on.
points of damage.
You get advantage on the
You
damage.
can't
For
use
real.
guidance on damage.
Not on damage. No,
Yeah.
not on damage. The writhing presence recoils at the pain of your axe and strains against the greatsword that is pinning it to the ground. It cannot get away from you, but it is building in fury, and you feel the thoughts pressing into your mind as it says, "I will destroy you." And it lashes out at you immediately in retaliation, Flomberg. It's going to see if it recharges its whip. Let's see, it does. Might not use it. It's going to start with a shadow tendril against you, Flomberg. It has advantage on the attack.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh,
Pair of
lucky.
sixes.
Wow.
It's going to attack again, pressing the advantage with a second shadow tendril. It's got to hit eventually. There's a natural 20.
Oh, natural 20. Oh, boy.
As the tendril wraps around your neck and pulls with jarring alacrity, you suffer
Oh no.
18 points of damage.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
You are raging.
Yep.
However,
And I maxed
this
out.
is cold damage, which you do not resist.
No, I have no resistance to that.
You take 18 points of damage. That was its multi-attack and the end of its turn.
Oh man.
It is attacking with the ferocity of a cornered beast, Eminent.
All right. I
Sorry,
wish-
while you're thinking, Sid, real quick, can I ask a question?
You may.
How come it comes up Shadow Tendril, strength saving throw, and then Shadow Tendril, you're rolling to hit?
Yes, you know what? I actually need... Thank you for that reminder. Flomberg, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Wait, can it get
great.
worse for him or
It
only
can get worse. It can get worse for him.
Why would you say
Joe,
that?
Thanks,
I
buddy.
thought it was. I
like
was
you
trying to
and his
avoid the
friends.
natural 20. I thought it was a mistaken
the
crit.
strength saving throw is a rider. If it hits, the target must make a strength saving throw as well.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you.
There we
Sid.
go. All right, you're good.
Shred me in the comments.
Yeah, gotcha. Eminent, it is your turn. I see the Eldritch Blast coming out.
Yeah, you see that
love it.
that purpley energy coming from her ethereal limbs, and she two-handed, which doesn't mean anything mechanically. Attacks. Here we go.
Four-handed.
Four-handed.
Forehand.
Oh no.
And
Inspiration.
it made it worse.
Inspiration.
I'm using my inspiration.
Okay.
I'm rolling again.
can roll again.
I rolled a natural one. All right, I'm rolling again.
Let's go.
Here I go. Here I go. Zoom,
Here I
zoom,
go
zoom,
again.
zoom. Oh, it was almost a 20, and now it's a dumb 13.
13's a hit.
Hey,
This creature,
target.
while
This creature's
formidable,
pinned and grappled.
this creature, while formidable, does not have a very high armor class.
Amazing. Oh,
Make it squishy.
hopefully I roll high.
Oh, it's pretty
good.
good.
Okay, I have 6.
Pretty good.
6 points of damage. Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I am. It hasn't hit me in a little while. I'm just gonna stay here. That's my turn.
It hasn't hit me in a little while.
At the end of your turn, it is going to use a legendary action on grasping form to shift the location of its terrain. Well, I guess the terrain is in a good spot, so it's going to force a new strength saving throw from each of you. Now, I am noticing that the DC on this strength saving throw is not correct, so this is going to seem like me being a little bit like GM scummy, but this DC is supposed to be higher than 10. Its true saving throw modifier is 13.
Okay.
So I need you to roll a strength saving throw, but the DC is 13.
DC 13 strength.
The ability card is incorrectly configured.
Okay. All right. There it is.
boy.
There's the
Oh, boy.
garbage that I was looking for and expecting the entire time.
And for Jake,
Crash.
Jake's got to do a strengthy too.
yep, a strength saving throw to
Okay.
avoid being grabbed by these grasping tendrils.
I'm not very strong. That's a 9.
Ignatius and Jake, you are both grappled. Now, you are already in melee, so you're still in melee, and the grapple does not prevent you from attacking.
You have no hold against
Not
me.
invisible.
Do you take a penalty to your attack roll?
Nope.
All right,
just,
so it just
it just
make you
prevents you from
immobile.
moving.
Okay.
Yep, that's right.
All right, so it's not so bad.
Yeah, I was
That's
comfortable
fine.
here anyway.
Okay. This is great. I love this.
It is over to you, Jake.
All right, Jake is. I've used my inspiration. I'm not moving. Not going anywhere anytime soon. So it's not sexy, but I'm just gonna keep swinging away, trying to get that sneak attack damage. Come on, Jake!
Come on, sneak attack damage. Jake, natural 19.
14, that's a hit.
That's a hit.
14 hits.
14
all right.
hits.
Yeah.
That was close.
Nice. Add a little situational sneak attack DiMaggio.
Go. Nice.
Not
Roll
bad.
again.
Boom. So 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage.
Dude, MVP so far.
Nice.
Jake Cool.
The creature is. It's not right to say bleeding because it's more like leaking dark ink that from any tendril that gets severed or any wound in its body, this like tar-like liquid that's kind of oozing out over the island, corrosive, and it looks otherworldly and horrible. And you can tell that this creature, beyond the wound that it's suffered for thousands of years, is now badly wounded.
Nice.
Ignatius, it is your turn.
Okay, sensing its weakness, its potential to put this thing down, he's going to swing his warhammer again as hard as he can, smashing this thing down like it's a smith's hammer against the anvil.
Like Aule himself.
Yes, let's go, dude. Smash it. Natty.
Yes.
That's a hit.
That is better.
That's
That
a
is
hit.
better. And there we go. Roll some damage. Oh, minimum damage.
All right.
4 points of damage, sadly.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, I'm grabbed. That's it. I'm going to stick right there.
Khazra will assess the situation and see who might need aid, and will send a healing word at Flomberg.
Thank you.
It's a bonus action, which is good. Oops, I did not mean to target the Writhing Whisper with that. That's going to go to you, Flomberg. And that's a bonus action, so Khazra can also do a action cantrip, so Sacred Flame.
Blomberg sends a thanking word at her.
Thanking word.
Thanking word.
Gratitude.
Escaping a grapple.
Oh, natural 20!
That was a saving throw, so 20 is bad. in
Oh,
this
I thought
case.
she was shooting at Sacred.
Yeah, no.
Zach, roll
Unfortunately, it resists the Sacred Flame.
Oh, that stinks.
Flomberg, it is your turn. Well, actually, no. It is not quite your turn, because on initiative 20, at the top of the round, as this creature is pinned and harried and now badly wounded, it writhes uncontrollably, and suddenly part of its body breaks.
Oh.
And it pulls itself free of the sword.
All right, so that's what happens on initiative 20.
On initiative
It didn't
20.
like split into two creatures.
It is not split into two.
Okay.
But the
Now it
wound
can
that the
move.
sword was pinning it against has broken open
Oh no.
based on all the damage that it's taken, and it is no longer impaled.
All right, so now it can move.
Yeah.
Free. We've broken it free. We must finish it.
Flomberg,
Finish it
your
now!
turn.
All right, so Flomberg, like, he sees this thing in his rage state right away. Says like, I hate you so much, you piece of crap! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Come on.
It hits a reckless attack again.
Oh, double
Two twos! Are you kidding me?
Natural
It
twos.
roils and
I'm gonna use
and
inspiration.
splits.
And you have guidance, but
And
that
I
it wouldn't have
would
mattered on
used
the
that anyway. But
So guidance you can choose to use after you.
I mean,
roll your-
inspiration.
So inspiration will give you one additional d20. So you don't roll with advantage again, but you would roll a normal
It's worth
roll.
it. Do it.
Yep.
Kill this thing before it moves. Oh, no!
And misses.
Wow. Man, bad luck, buddy.
Very bad
Jake's
luck.
got him.
All right, it is now the presence's turn. It will take the disengage action,
Of course it will.
and then it's going to move over to here.
Yeah, and then we're grappled.
So we go with it.
You do not.
No, it made that stuff in the ground.
It is now going. That was its action, movement. That's its turn.
All right, so even if you weren't grabbed in this stuff, it's still
It's
all
difficult
difficult terrain.
terrain.
Oh, gee.
Grappled and difficult terrain.
It's a
Eminent.
action to try to escape the grapple.
Oh boy, this is poopy. Yeah, it's too far away from me now to really do anything. Let me see how far is it from me now? Where am I?
It is 60 feet exactly.
Oh,
Although no, you're 10 feet up, so we'll say 65.
okay. I'm going to come down from the cliff then,
Okay.
which I don't want to do, but I have to. So, gonna move. Yeah, gonna move down 10 feet. I'm on the bank now, and I'm just gonna. I want to do no. I'm just gonna do another Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
All right. Hopefully I hit and do
Hopefully you natural 20.
crazy damage.
The beam of energy flies wide as this creature's form is amorphous, and it's like just where you think you're targeting at its center of mass, suddenly it's not there anymore. As it moves with this unpredictable fluidity.
Sucks. Yep, I moved in. I'm gonna move actually closer to what is her name?
Kazra.
Kazra. I'm gonna move closer to Kazra just in case something bad happens.
End of your turn. Legendary action. Abyssal Whispers targeted to you, Eminent. It is trying to get you to approach. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna do it.
What's the legendary action? Just like once per round at any point you can jump in?
Yeah, so different power levels of boss creature have a different number of legendary actions.
Got it.
If you've been keeping track, this one's only using 1 per round.
Got it.
But so it's not got a lot, but it does have a little bit of extra.
Yeah.
But
I rolled a
you
14.
Resist.
Yes.
That exceeds the saving throw. It cannot compel you the way that it wants to. Your mind is too fortified. Your aberrant mind
Yeah.
is too fortified against it.
Why don't you come closer to me?
Jake, you are grappled. But it is your turn.
I can use, correct me if I'm wrong, an athletics or acrobatics check to
That's right.
escape.
Either athletics or acrobatics. DC is 14.
All right. I'm going to take a chance and do acrobatics to try and...
That is your action, but
Yeah.
you can do it.
Yeah, I think it's worth it because he's been doing great damage with the short sword. I don't want to get into like dropping weapons and pulling out new ones. And I got a +5 to acrobatics. Unfortunately, I rolled a 4.
Natty 4.
The tendrils are grasped on. They're actually reaching up your legs, like kind of getting closer and closer to your waist and entrenching you in this mire.
Brutal. I mean, and grappled means I can't move, right? Period.
That's right. No movement.
Story, yeah. So there's nothing I can hide behind. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right.
Brutal.
Ignatius.
Also
You
going
also
to try to
are
escape.
grappled.
Yep. So he's thrashing against these tentacles that have come up out of the ground. So that is athletics he's going to use. There we go.
There we
That's
go.
a
You break
16.
free.
He breaks free, and that is his action for the round besides movement.
Yep.
Damn. All right, but I'm going to get right up to the creature.
Yeah, you would have one square that's difficult, so that would be kind of 10 feet, but then you have enough left to get up onto it.
Is that not, that's
back
in its
one.
box?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. All right, he's just going to keep pressing right up
the
to the
attack.
creature's shield and hammer at the ready. And what the hell? I'm going to do a second use of extreme metabolism,
Okay.
just to get the bonus
Yeah.
action dodge.
Yeah, the dodge could be crucial here.
Well, wait, could it? Yes, because it is doing attack rolls.
It has been doing attack
Okay,
rolls, so
yes.
if it attacks you...
I didn't know
it
if
would have
everything was a
it would
saving
have
throw. No,
disadvantage.
the one that hit skip was an attack roll. Yeah, okay. So I
It
will
has
use
a mix of things that it's able to do here.
I will use it a second time.
Okay. You can put that in chat. It is over to Kazra, who sees that the battlefield is... You're actually doing quite well in this encounter, I would say.
Sorry, I just have to point something out. I don't know if anybody noticed. You can hear that?
Is that rain?
No, that's the waterfall that I walked over
Yeah, it's
to.
the waterfall. That,
Yeah, because I walked over to the waterfall, you could hear because the recording is coming from my computer, from my
that's
character's
awesome.
perspective.
That's
So
funny.
funny.
That is so cool.
Wow.
Okay.
Kazra will... She'll send another healing word at Flomberg, who's the most wounded that she can ascertain. This seems like a important moment to keep everyone healthy, so...
Thanking word at her.
Yeah. That's over your way, and
For
a sacred...
1d4 points of gratitude.
And a sacred flame at the writhing whisperer, which it fails its saving.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So that is 3 points of radiant damage. Does not like that.
Awesome.
Top of the round, Flomberg. It's your turn.
All right, so Flomberg is going to try to close. He's going to move through difficult terrain, 1 square diagonally.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
then
10, and then another 10.
And then stepping out of it is 10?
Oh,
no,
yeah, you
10
have to-
for the other diagonal.
Yeah, you have to move. Yeah.
All right, so that's Okay.
It's 20.
Well, I'm just going to double move then.
Okay.
And get up
Dash up.
face, yeah.
Okay.
All right. It is now the Presence's turn. You've closed the gap on it, but it is free. It's going to launch into a ferocious sequence of attacks. Flumberg, one point of order is, unfortunately, since you did not manage to attack or be attacked this turn, your rage ends.
Is that how... Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Well, wait, but I have 2 uses of rage.
You can
so I
use it
rage
again, but your current use of rage ends if you go around without attacking or being attacked.
Wow. I really wish I knew how this game worked. 'Cause I don't.
Or is it taking damage as well?
Yeah, taking damage would fall under the being attacked.
Being attacked,
Yeah.
but you didn't take any damage while in that area.
Flumberg did not take damage. No. Okay. All right. It is the creature's turn. What is it gonna do?
Fears for its life.
I mean, it can't really go anywhere now.
Yeah, it can't really.
Which is cool. We
It's gonna
pinned it
make
up against this waterfall.
It's gonna make an attack against each of you.
Good.
Ignatius, your metabolism springs to life as you try and avoid.
So it
this
has
attack.
disadvantage.
It has disadvantage on the attack roll, which is a 19.
Miss!
But your shield of faith.
Shield of faith.
Wow.
Your shield of faith.
Blocked by Lume
sturdy.
herself.
Yes.
This fiery barrier breaks in front of him as it hits this shield of faith.
And then a
Blocked by Sidney Lumet.
second tendril at Flumberg is a
you
natural
gotta be
20.
kidding me.
Flumberg, the tendril writhes around you and jerks violently. You take 15 points of cold
Oh,
damage.
stop jerking me violently.
And
Otherwise.
strength saving throw for you as well, Flumberg.
Oh, thanks again, Joe.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Strength saving.
Wait, but do you still have your guidance? Did you ever use it?
I never used it. Does it still...
You can use it 1d4.
Is guidance?
It's a concentration.
Saving throw, though. I
Oh.
want to double check. There's a scope of what
Is it not?
guidance affects.
I mean, I think he passed anyway, right?
Yeah, he did pass.
Okay.
Yeah. Ability check, so not a saving throw.
Oh, rats.
But yes, you passed the saving throw, so
Awesome.
you are not knocked prone, but you are
Very badly.
took a heavy wound.
Very badly
That is the end of
hurt.
its turn. Eminent.
I mean, it's dangerous, and I know it doesn't take as much damage, but I'm compelled. I just want to do the dissonant whispers again on it, and just prove how much stronger I am.
Prove your superiority.
Yeah. So I'm going to cast it, and it's a wisdom saving throw.
It is a wisdom saving throw. Natural 20. It succeeds.
This guy's rolling rocks.
Bah!
I think that is my third natural 20 this counter.
This
Okay.
encounter alone.
So it takes half damage. So let me roll the
No,
damage.
there's a fourth one, because when I had one on saving throw against Khazra, too.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Dang it.
Where were these? It just needed to be spread around a little bit more.
9. So you take 4 damage, which is, I think, the damage I
4
did
damage.
the first time.
That's right.
So
But it also does have to use its reaction to move away from you as far as it can go.
it
Can't.
does not.
Oh, right, because it made it
Because
safe.
made
Yeah.
it safe, unfortunately. Poop, that's my turn. But you do hear it say, like, give up, just die already.
Just love it.
You smell.
Nobody likes you.
Nobody, you have no friends.
Jake.
That's my turn.
All right, Jake. I'm torn here. I think I can get out, but I really just want to do damage. I think I'm going to just try and escape again, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to break my computer in half.
I thought you were going to say I draw my bow. So you say I break my computer in half.
You escape.
There we go.
pal.
23.
You escape the grapple.
Jake Cool.
And, all right, so
You scream Jake Cool as you
Jake
burst
Cool!
free.
I almost screamed my real name, but instead I'm going to then move, and I think with my cunning action and everything, I should be able to close even with that difficulty.
Yeah, that was only 20 feet. So if you're using your bonus action to dash, then
Yeah.
you're good.
Just going through this difficult terrain, pulling bits of tendrils with him.
All right, this is it. This thing is going to die. Has to.
In fact,
Has
I
to.
should just take the long way around if that's okay with you.
That might actually start to be an issue because, let's see, you had 15 feet that would be doubled to get out of the difficult terrain, so that'd be 30. But if you're using your action to dash, no, you have ample movement.
Yeah, because you have cunning action.
And I'll
yeah.
get into flanking with Flomberg.
Blomberg.
Yeah, you'd need to move probably one more down to have a
Okay.
sort of
Although
Full bag.
Flumberg,
To flank with the Berg.
Flumberg may be dead.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Khazra can get him up.
Maybe so. Let's see, Jake. What do you got? Oh, wait, no, it was your action. I'm sorry. I don't mean to build you up like that.
What do you got,
I'm
Jake?
sorry.
Oh,
One
no.
attack is
sorry.
what I got.
Oh, nothing.
Nothing. I'm
Got
sorry.
one attack because I'm a rogue.
That was unkind of me. Ignatius.
Okay, Ignatius, pursues this thing down into the corner. We've got you now, and he's going to attack with the Warhammer.
Okay.
Come on!
That's a hit.
That's a hit.
That is a hit.
Yeah.
Okay. I know Flomberg is hurt, but I am going at this thing relentlessly, so I am going to expend my use of Cure Wounds to Divine Smite this thing.
Oh, yes.
So let's see how I get. Well, I'll do the damage roll. Wait.
So what you can do is
situational bonus.
Yeah, you can add as a situational bonus.
Okay,
You can
boom.
add your smite damage.
Smite damage added. Okay, 15 points of damage on the
Nice.
Radiant
Nice.
Smite.
The Whisperer recoils under the might of your blow, and parts of it fragment out, and smoke and ooze kind of breaks free into befouling the water nearby, but does not perish, not yet.
Oh man, so it's got to be so close.
Close.
Anything else on your turn?
That is it. Not gonna move.
Okay, Kazra will get a little bit closer. Flomberg is in need of healing, so here it comes. She'll use a second level spell slot this time.
Oh, wow.
It seems like you're low. 7 points of healing to Flomberg.
Great.
Wow.
Okay,
And
every little bit helps.
the Sacred Flame.
Fail it. Natural one. Let's go.
It succeeds.
Shocker.
Top of the round, Flomberg. It's
All right.
your turn.
Blomberg, in honoring the fact that we are playing on this incredible virtual tabletop system, Flomberg is going to make a coding variation of his battle cry. 10, Prince, quotation mark, shut up, end quotation marks. 20, go to 10.
Nice. That's loud.
You've hacked the system.
And I'm going to do another reckless attack.
All right, reckless. Let's go.
Let's have it.
Oh my.
God,
Oh.
fucking with me.
Does that do it? Does that do it? Does the 6 do
It
it?
misses.
No.
Even with flanking,
I
it's...
can't fucking
misses.
believe this, man.
5 and 6.
I'm
Brutal.
sorry. I'm sorry, Skid. You've had a very
Tudor
bad
took
streak of
issue
luck.
with my. Oh, you don't like basic?
You've had a very bad streak of luck this encounter. Well, it has reached this point without having used its legendary action yet. It's been keeping tactical options open. So, based on the state of the battlefield, it's going to grasping form to try and get you all grabbed once again.
Okay. This is a hard saving throw to hit for Jake Cool.
And
Yeah.
we're going to put
Dex,
that
right?
What's that?
Isn't it a dex saving throw?
is a strength saving throw.
Strength, yeah.
Going to move the area of grasping tendrils, get rid of the previous one.
Okay.
And I'm going to need each of the three of you to make a strength saving throw. Flomberg succeeds.
Oh, I was on a natty
Ignatius,
18.
you are
Come on,
grabbed.
Jake. Natural 2.
Jake, you are grabbed. Welcome back to the grapple zone.
Don't move.
As both of you are grabbed by the creature. It is now its turn.
Stay there.
It's going to disengage.
What a pain in the neck.
Piece of crap.
I hate
You
this
piece of crap.
thing.
Wait,
its
so
turn.
it can move through
It can move through
enemy
you.
squares during an disengage?
So the disengage means you don't get any attack of opportunity
Right.
when it moves away. It's amorphous entity trait.
trait.
Is able to allow it to squeeze
Squeeze
through
into weird
almost
spaces.
any sort of space that it wants to.
All right,
Gross.
cool.
Yeah,
I thought
it's
we had
awful.
it trapped.
It is awful. That's everything it can do on its turn, though, because it's used its action to disengage. Eminent.
Fireball.
Firebolt.
Fireball.
That's a hit, probably.
14.
That's a
14
hit.
hits.
Yes.
Yes.
God. All right, come on. Come on. Big damage. 1d10. 3
Okay.
fire.
That's good damage.
Okay. That's my whole thing.
It is going through death throes, and it does not want to go down letting you get the best of it. It uses immediately its legendary action, Abyssal Whispers, on you. Wisdom saving throw. It is trying to
you
break
outlast this thing
through.
mentally?
Stop getting in my head!
There you go,
again? You
dude.
Boom! Another 14.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah, we're doing just like mind battle.
And
Like
that's
she's
its,
like,
that's its legendary action for the round, which brings it to Jake.
All right, Jake is going to drop his short sword.
Start shooting.
Bonus action, pull
Yes.
out his short bow.
Finish it!
And just let's finish this.
Keep it.
All right, here we go. I'm ready.
Come on.
Come on.
I'm so psyched for this
Jake!
particular roll.
Yes!
16! Come on. Max
21 to
DiMaggio,
hit.
do max damage.
Come
Kill it.
on, Jake. Come
Kill
on.
it. Kill it.
All right, that's going to
Not
be
bad.
7 points of damage.
Yes, the creature is fully focused on Eminet in a psychic battle of minds, its tendrils reaching out across the void, trying to pull Eminet closer as Eminet hurls a firebolt rather, into the creature's center of mass. It recoils back, exposing what looks to you like a vulnerable point.
Yes, it's crotch.
Right in the Johnson. Right in its genitals.
If this creature has such a thing, you have spotted it, eagle-eyed from across the battlefield.
May have dropped out of school, but I know one of those when I see one.
And you let fly. The arrow flies true, impaling the creature in this most vulnerable area, and it starts to writhe in agony and pain as it twists and convulses uncontrollably, unnaturally, as it breaks itself apart into smoke and ichor.
J. Cool with the killing shot, bro. J. Cool.
The writhing presence is no more.
Oh my
We
God.
saved the world.
We did it!
Literally saved Ember.
The tendrils that were grasping at your ankles recede into the water and dissolve, and silence comes over the dripstones. Wow. And that's where we'll end.
Oh.
today's session.
Oh man.
Wow.
See what
Pick
your
up
friends
here.
missed, Kazra? Cowards.
Yeah. Cosmo gets to go back a hero. This is amazing.
For the rest of this time off air, we're just talking shit about Kazra's party to Kazra.
Yeah. We're going to try to recruit Cosmo
Yes.
permanently.
Yeah.
This is awesome for next episode.
Let me take a moment and just say thank you to everybody for watching and for supporting on Kickstarter, whether you're able to pledge or whether you're just able to help spread the word. Ember is in the 3rd week of our Kickstarter right now. Please go check it out. Follow the referral link in the show notes, and just help us to make this incredible project a reality. We're really proud of what we've created so far, but our aspirations are so much bigger. Ember is going to be this massive, amazing world to explore, to play our campaign, to play your own adventures in. It is a game, it's a setting, it's a sandbox. You get all of these different features at your fingertips to tell amazing stories and have great moments. And so please, thank you. Thank you for checking it out, and please support if you can. We really appreciate it. And I hope you'll tune in next week to see the thrilling conclusion of our limited series with GCN playing Ember. And thank you so much to y'all at the table. You've survived this far. We'll see if you make it all the way next time.
All right.
Great.
Sounds good.
Next week.
Woo!